sun is shining on me. It makes me feel so free, so alive. It makes me want to survive. And the sky, it makes me feel so high. The bad times pass me by. 'Cause today is gonna be a brighter day. Can you feel the sunshine? Does it brighten up your day? Don't you feel that sometimes you just need to run away? Reach out for the sunshine and forget about the rain. Oh, just think about the good times and they will come back again. Without you, there's nothing for me to do. Can you feel the sunshine too coming through? It makes me feel brand new. When you're here, I wish you were always here. 'Cause everything's so clear. And today is gonna be a brighter day. Can you feel the sunshine? Does it brighten up your day? Don't you feel that sometimes you just need to run away? Reach out for the sunshine.
Get this motherfucker a job!
Oh, just think
What the hell is
about
that?
the good times, and they will come back again. When the sun goes down.
This motherfucker turn this off. I'm sick of you. I'm sick of people sitting here saying, look at this goofball. Look at this goofball. I saw Thrag Fraud Watch. He beat those allegations, bro. Sorry to say. You motherfuckers' misguided concepts on what Fraud Watch is embarrassing. It lets me know that all a motherfucker gotta do is spit or piss in the wind. And you motherfuckers will say, he beat the allegations. He's not a fraud anymore. So, I was gonna talk about something completely different to kick this off. Let's start from the beginning. I'm telling this story for like the fourth time in the span of about 5 days. I got on Invincible very late. How late? There was only 2 episodes left in this current season 4, and I had to start from season 1. That's how late. And by the time I caught up, there was just 1 more episode left to watch. I'm watching the show. I already know about some things, and I'm wondering if they already been animated and put into the show yet. They haven't. As I get to season 4, I'm hearing about Thrag and how he's a fraud. I don't know why. And so I get to the war, and I see this motherfucker fly away so that he could prioritize his little skull that he jerk off to. Okay, y'all call him a fraud because he ran away. Cool, whatever. All of a sudden, he's no longer a fraud because he's sitting in the middle of a battlefield or farming, punching Oliver. That's not a skill. Being missed by the infinity laser. That's not a skill. That's just awareness. And if he doesn't move and he gets hit, all that laser has to do is be slightly more to the left. All that ore farming makes him look like a dumbass. He watches his planet get blown to smithereens. He ripped up Oliver's ass. You hold that thought. I'm a deal with that right there. I'm a deal with that right there. I'm a deal with that right there. He watches his planet get blown to smithereens, cries about it, and his retaliation is ripping off Optimus Prime's head. Okay, cool. Then he goes and puts the beats to Omni-Man, does the little hand gesture thing, you know what I'm saying, through the gut. Okay. He's about to kill Mark, presumably crack his fucking skull open. But he looks at his planet, he gets all sentimental and leaves Mark still alive out to just sit in space. Now, mind you, now that I've explained all this, he only got one body. He ripped Oliver's ass. That's not a skill. You know how many characters I done seen put the slap to this motherfucker? That's not easy. Kangaloope, you could beat Oliver's ass. That's not good. And mind you, he only got one body? He only got one body? He do nothing else. He did nothing else. He didn't kill Omni-Man. He didn't kill Mark. Thrag is a fraud. Thrag is a fraud. He ain't up a body. I'm just saying Thrag locked it. What did he do? What did he do that's reliable to get him off fraud watch that any other character didn't do? What did he do? Nothing. He didn't do shit. The nigga didn't do shit. He didn't put up an elite performance. He put up no buckets. Alan put up more buckets. Girl, Iron Man put up more buckets. They teamed together to drop more bodies than Thrag. Then another thing. Now that the season's over, now that the season is over, and the last episode dropped, now I can say it with my full chest. This man's a pussy. This man's a pussy. This man lost his planet, and his great idea is to call a truce. You could decimate the entire Earth. You got 37 Viltrumites. They can't fuck with you. One Viltrumite was enough to send these motherfuckers to the toilet to shit themselves. 2 Viltrumites will be enough to create a missing country like that. 37 of these motherfuckers scattered across the planet's done within 30 seconds. That's if they don't let themselves feel the rush of killing. And mind you, you're supposed to be the Grand Regent, yet your bright idea is to wipe out, 80% of your fucking population and your species after about 90% of that shit was wiped out by the fucking Scourge virus. So let's recap. You lose your leader because of a traitor. You then decide to start killing off people, shrinking your numbers. Then the Scourge virus comes in, or maybe the Scourge virus happened first. Either one, the numbers of the Viltrumites depleted. And so your bright idea is to just deplete it more. But now that you realize, I guess you can't fuck with 2 rogue Viltrumites, well, 3 if you count Oliver, an alien, a robot girl, a motherfucking alien with a fucking motorbike and a space gun, and some dinosaurs. You gotta retreat, and you don't even fuck up the turf that came and fucked up your turf. Bush League, that nigga, that Thrag is a fraud. Until I see a performance worthy, Thrag is on fraud watch. Motherfuckers gonna sit here and tell me that if you just do this, you all fraud watch? Let me just stand like this the whole time. Let me just stand like this the whole time. Look at my look at my mustache. Look at my mustache. Mind you, like he knows, Mark knows, we know. Like we're not fucking with Thrag. Like at this current moment, obviously the motherfucker's gonna end up losing. He's gonna probably end up dead in one of these fucking seasons. Because I'll be damned if we just if you watch this fucking scene from the last episode, I'll be damned if this motherfucker just scurry away on this planet. Imagine this motherfucker go to Africa and just start fucking. This man's a fraud, bro. I don't appreciate how y'all motherfuckers will glaze minimal effort. See, that's the reason why America is in this fucking shitty position that it's in. We glaze minimum effort and think it's worthy of maximum praise. That's the goddamn problem. This motherfucker sat there and did simple work. If Thrag is this great being in y'all fucking eyes, the fucking dragon from season 4 is also an elite fucking... The fucking Asian dragon is better. I agree he totally should have killed Mark and Nolan, had them dead to right, but story and all. Well, guess what? You can't say that and then pin it on the story, because the story is showing me that character right there is a fraud who had the ultimate opportunity. He even said it in the episode that there would be a fate worse than death for the survivors of whatever they do to Earth. This motherfucker could have blew up the turf, took some fucking survivors, and just started fucking. You can take about 50 women. This is gonna sound crazy as fuck. I acknowledge this is gonna sound crazy as fuck. Blow up planet, take about 50 women, run that shit. Just start your population like that. Meanwhile, Mark in distress because his whole fucking planet gone. His bitch then got fat, and he don't know where anybody at. And Cecil's still a bitch. I will say though, I do love that it seems like potentially we're probably getting an entire subplot in season 5 based around Omni-Man's redemption with his fucking ex-wife. Love it. And I'm already seeing people mad about it. And honestly, I can understand why motherfuckers are mad about it. But when you're watching this motherfucker Nolan talk as if, hey, I said I'm sorry, forgive me, and everybody's just like, bro, what the fuck? No. I enjoy seeing it. This motherfucker thinks if he says sorry enough, that's gonna benefit him. Nobody. You gotta work for that. You gotta put forth some effort for that. And even still, it may not work in your favor. It still may not work in your favor. People still might fucking hate you. Why? You killed like 20,000 people. If she goes back to spoiler alert, she goes back to Nolan. I don't know what y'all expecting, but she will be going back to Nolan. Unless the fucking direction of the fucking show says, fuck it, we gonna make our own version. In the book, she gets back with Nolan. They could change that shit up. And honestly, fuck, as long story wise, as long as it makes sense, I'm cool with it. But I just need y'all to know, they changed a lot of the pacing from the book, because in the book they're already back together at this point. And I love how they took Omni-Man out of the scene where Mark cuts the deal, because in the book it's him and Mark that are with Thrag, as Thrag is saying, hey, we gonna blow this bitch up, or y'all gonna let us fuck on this planet. I love that they took Omni-Man out, because it leaves only Mark to hear this shit and have to come to a decision in that moment. I loved it. Because even with Omni-Man there, it's the same concept, but You got a secondhand person who could relay information if somebody misconstrues it, but it's all on Mark. And you know what? He made the right call. He made the right fucking call. Y'all, bitch made Cecil would have probably made that fucking call. Bitch made Cecil would have been like, absolutely not, and would have died right there. And I would have just gave it a standing ovation. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's gonna happen or not. I genuinely don't know if it's gonna happen or not. Because I haven't read further into the story to find out. I want Cecil dead. Cecil has been I'd argue the most annoying character. The best character in the show is Debbie. The worst character to me is Cecil, because how are you supposed to be the overarching leader of this great government empire, yet you have made critical dumbass decisions that have negative impacts and negative ramifications? You telling me after watching Mark wince in pain from that sound that you implanted in his brain and that you had at the press of a button, you mean to tell me you can't make 2 million more of those? And like if a vulture might come in proximity, you press that button and just blare that shit? It's shit about that show, man. It's shit about that show, man. It's shit. I don't like Cecil. Bitch made Cecil is what I call him, because he's bitch made and he ain't gonna be nothing but bitch made. What is this? Real Deals? I don't know what this is. Theme Team Surge. I'm paying attention to something else. What the hell? I don't know what that is. Okay. Cool. But this motherfucker tried to contain Conquest in some damn stuff. And honestly, I thought we were gonna get it in that moment. The fuck you mean, Pragmata? We'll get to that. I'm ranting because this one dumbass on Twitch decided to poke the bear. These characters make really dumb decisions. And honestly, listen. Season 5, I bet not see Mark struggling against some basic bitch-ass villain. I'm sorry, I bet not see it. It better be a villain that could actually, like, go toe-to-toe. Because if I see this motherfucker struggle against like some basic bitch ass villain, I'm gonna stop watching the show and I'm gonna just read the comic. Like that, I'm gonna probably have to end up reading the comic anyway, because I'm not waiting till next March, because apparently that's when this season started, for another season. If they do it like yearly, and if they don't, well, I'll have to read anyway. But Invincible is pretty good. After saying for so long that I never watched it, after dedicating time to watching it, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Even though, oh my God, there's so many problems with it. More quartering content. Be careful, your brain will shh. We're not there yet. I'm monologuing. I got other shit to get to first, because oh my God, the world's a dumb place with dumb people in it. For example, you all know my take about the whole 1,000 men in a forum chat learning how to buy and sell drugs that'll lead women to get raped. You all know that I'm against that. You all know that I've despised the conversation around that, because pretentious fucks don't want to be corrected when they spread a lie. Because, oh my God, we're so desperate to have all these men be nothing but rapists or rapist dreamers or rapist fanatics, if you'll call it that. And I did this stream yesterday, talking about that slightly. And why did I go to my comment section and see the hullabaloo of hullabaloos? There's no way you're still trying to miss the point on why people were upset with that website. There is no point to be missed. I am upset about the website. Dumbass humanoid creature. I will downplay any stupid defense that comes with misinformation as the subject matter. It is not me co-signing the rape of women by saying it's not 62 million men, it's up to 1,000. Because no matter the number, it's still a problem, but I would rather we focus on the actual number than a bunch of stupid fucks who don't value the conversation truthfully trying to stand in front of a bunch of other people. Then, using the CNN take as the other argument, dumbass has poor listening comprehension skills, because if you remember, I was mocking the dumb fucks who were in my own comment section saying that they don't believe the article because it was written by CNN, but because poor listening comprehension is a thing for a lot of people, this is what I have to deal with. And I will never subscribe to the, well, you should change how you say. Nope, I'm not changing how I say anything. Because you're uncomfortable with what I'm saying does not mean I have to change what I say. I don't have to think or double back too often because what I say is what I mean. I want every single one of those motherfuckers in that group chat giving advice on how to rape, selling a product on how to assault women, buying that product. I want the tips of their dicks skinned off. It's not that hard to figure out. But because poor reading comprehension and poor listening skills exist, this is the shit I have to deal with. When you are literally being part of the issue on why people are going to say it's CNN, I'm not going to trust it regardless if they are right. I don't give a fuck about insecure motherfuckers who don't want to deal in reality. Here's the skinny. CNN did the right thing. CNN did nothing wrong. Dumbasses have decided that they can't read and take 62 million visits and confuse it with 62 million men, as if women don't go on porn websites. Then, when you relay that information, dumbasses will say, hey, that's from CNN? I don't trust them at all. So now we have a new component to the fucking problem. All the while, dumbasses are trying to make it a bigger issue if you correct them on a lie that they spread. All of what I just mentioned does a disservice to actual victims. A comment like that does disservice to actual victims because dumb fucks don't want to acknowledge that the stupid shit they say is negative because they want to be perceived as a defender or a hero. And I'm here to let you know, if you fall into that commenter's category, or if you're fixated on trying to be right about spreading a lie, or if you're trying to downplay the severity of something because you have a media bias, you are not somebody I want around women. Sorry. You're not somebody I would trust around women. Leon stretching the title at this point. So, just because, on Twitch, I titled this stream, what did I title this stream? Thrag Fraud Watch Finale, Pragmata Incest Porn, Black Women Join the KKK. On YouTube, I can't see the title of this stream. Wait. I can't see the title of the stream on YouTube. Wait, give me a second. I need the title of the stream. The title of the stream on YouTube. The Quartering Spring Break. Also, Pragmata Porn has hit the tower. Now look, we'll get there. We will get there. Don't worry. But I have axes to grind first. And it's not too many axes. It's literally one axe. It's the KKK axe. And then we will immediately jump into the Pragmata, okay? I don't know how you're going to segue into that. Who knows? Like, who knows? Who knows? Because, you know, if you have the ability to segue into something, you could casually do it. Other times, you could just jump right in. Like, other times, it's necessary to jump right in. But with that comment, because I'm still not, well, technically I do have two axes because I'm still not done with it. What I'm sick of is like people pretending to miss various points because they want to be right. Like I don't. At this point, I need a list of everybody that need therapy so we could bill you. Fuck, sign me up for the therapy too. Like, what? How come I get left out of the therapy? Oh, and I think it was you, Sailor Coon, who told me to keep streaming yesterday instead of going to the store and getting my groceries. Even if that wasn't you, whoever that was, I would like to sincerely apologize to you. Oh, it was you? Okay. I would like to sincerely apologize. I did not go to the store. I have indeed ordered my groceries for delivery about 20 minutes before I turned on the stream. I didn't want to. I ended the stream, went to the bathroom, and went to sleep. Oops. Oops. My bad. Oops. Oops. But it's all right. Also, I appreciate that hype train and the subscribing, I think with a Prime, and the resub and the 200 bits. I appreciate all that. That will not go unacknowledged. I appreciate that. What I don't appreciate is being bothered, though, in my spare time when I'm relaxing. I, if you remember, made a few videos in reference to that young black woman who is no longer on this earth, and it seems like her fiance might have done it, or she might have taken her life. We don't really have any more details on that. No, I'm not taking into consideration anybody on TikTok creating their own fan fictions. They don't have any actual information. But I had someone in my personal life come to me and say that they were very displeased with those videos because I was talking about insecure people and how they choose to operate, because they might have a reason to dismiss a woman potentially taking her life or being murdered because of how mean she was about other people on social media. And I would just like to let everyone know that if you want to play that game and pick and choose when you want to be mad about something, fine, I will join in on it. But just know I'm going to be very consistent in how we go about this. Because when you want to tell me about a woman losing her life, whether it be by her own hands or by someone else's, and you want to tell me that I shouldn't care because she's tweeted things that I disagree with, I'm sorry. My humanity is not lost completely. It's almost there, but it's not completely gone. But in response to me calling people insecure because of how they're going about this, I was sent this video of apparently black women in some group call advocating for black men to die at the hands of the KKK.
Just not black men.
Well, is there any women here who don't want to deal with men, period, or is it just black men, or is it a mixture?
It's just black men, and we actually want non-black men's help in these corrections that you speak of.
So what are the corrections that you're looking for specifically?
Force?
Well, see, ma'am, that's a little bit of a problem. It could be unconstitutional, and more importantly, a crime.
Force, because that's the only thing that's going to work.
But I mean, what are you looking for black men to arrive at? A place of understanding of like, what do you want to see?
Well,
We believe that there is no hope for them. That we don't believe in changing their minds. We don't. But I'm trying not to say what I really want to say because you're on stage. But if they could not exist, hey, we wouldn't be mad at.
I'm starting to understand how this process has gone about. We have insecure people being compared to the rest. And the problem with that is when you lump in the insecure people with the rest of humanity that doesn't think like this, you have everybody starting to think that everyone agrees with this. I can say with such certainty that there are black women who would hear this shit and be disgusted, much like anybody would if the genders or the sexes were reversed, because you can't possibly tell a crowd of people, unless they're all in that same echelon of thinking the exact same, that you want to see a group of people die and think that everyone's going to agree. Sorry, but that's not how the world works. And in this, I'm noticing that this could be something people will use to then say, hey, this black woman over here, we don't care about that one. This black woman over there, if that don't fit that criteria, we don't care about that one. It's this stupid wheel of insecure people that are just rolling around on it, continuously spinning it, while we, the normal people who want to see actual conclusions met around circumstances that would warrant a conclusion, see them create their own fucking circus. These people are fucking insecure and they're batshit insane. The men who do similar shit like this are batshit insane and insecure. These people somehow are the beacons of hope in the realm of dating content, what it means to be a man, what it means to be a woman. And when you hear them, it's nothing but fucking embarrassment. I hear this and I think, wow, everyone involved in this call that's championing this, that supports this, that wants to promote this, is a fucking loser and a failure as a human being. And coincidentally, if other people hear this and it were black men saying this, these same individuals would cry about how it's unsafe to be around insert group here, because there are dumbasses who want to sit and cheer on and promote and say stupid things like this. And then everybody wonders why black people ain't together. It's examples like this. It's examples like dismissing a life because your feelings got hurt. It's examples where people want to have finicky history surrounding the subject matter, acting as if this is the first time you've ever heard a black woman say something like this. It's examples like dumbasses saying that if you divest out of your race to date, you somehow are deserving of death. And this is what you should expect, pretending as if there is no example of a black man or a black woman killing a black man or a black woman, especially in the domestic sense, which then leads to another example of people pretending about how much they care about black lives. But I already did a video about that yesterday. Y'all can handle that one on your own time. But let's keep watching.
I think for me, I think I want the coddling culture to kind of stop.
Too bad. That's never going to go away. We live in a world where a lot of people, no matter the skin color, get coddled and people make excuses for it.
I think they get validated a little bit too much and they're not held accountable as much as white men, Hispanic men, Asian men. Like, the legal system works in their benefit a little bit more than they think it does.
Wait. Time out. The legal system, which many black people use to say is given to the black person unjustly too much as compared to the white ones. So now we live in to think in different subject matters of the justice system. Now, as I've stated, the justice system all across the board is a finicky, broken structure. But I'm not about to sit here and pretend I haven't lived in a world where I've seen these same types of people talk about how unfair the justice system treats black men. But now all of a sudden they get more benefits out of it. Now, there are examples that I'm certain someone could give me of someone who's black who needs to be in jail being scot-free. But there's also examples of people who don't need to be in jail being given harsh sentences. And there's also examples of people who need to be in jail for life not getting any sentence other than community service. Because for as long as I draw breath on this earth, I'm never going to let y'all forget about the dude who violated two 16-year-olds and ended up getting community service when he should have got 78 years. But I digress.
They're seen as the ultimate, like, most oppressed. And I think that coddling culture needs to stop and they need to be held accountable for their actions.
Because we live in white male patriarchy, white men set what's socially acceptable.
So wait a minute. We want the white man to handle the black man, but it's still the white man's fault because of the patriotic structure that they've put in place. See, the white man can never win.
So, with you all setting what's socially acceptable, the degenerate behavior of black male culture needs.
It's the white man's fault that the black man listened to all that hippity hoppity music, okay, and it influences them to sag their pants, okay, which influences them to rob the store, okay. I'm getting it. We need the white man to go in and handle the blacks, because it's the white man that has influenced the blacks to be the way that they are now. Okay, I'm picking up on the stupid things being said. No, I'm not, because this is just dumb.
To be checked, and there needs to be more, because we're no longer looking for accountability from them because they've proven that they will not take accountability. We need the men who set the culture to make them take accountability.
We need the white men who set the So wait, what happened to black people have their own culture and white people don't have what happened to all that? What happened to all the stupid takes that I've been seeing? Y'all telling me it was all a lie? Now, back to the main point though. Watching this just leaves me more disappointed and influences the point that I've been making for years. A lot of people are insecure and they want the destruction of an opposite gender because they got nothing better to fucking do. And they will latch onto anybody to make them feel safe in that regard. It's too many insecure people that are trying to speak for an entirety. And I'm sorry, but I don't hate black women. I don't hate black men. I hate insecure people who are desperate to be seen as like a patriot or a victor in the ways that, if you actually listen to them, make them sound stupid. Advocating for the death of black men, I'm guessing because maybe you got cheated on and no one was held accountable for that. Yeah, unfortunate that you got cheated on, but me dying is not really going to stop anything. Saying that if you divest outside of your race, you're a traitor to black people, yeah, that really doesn't do anything. There's too many examples from this alone that help prove my point that insecure people are not the individuals to listen to when it comes to dating, when it comes to enjoying your life, when it comes to finding things to enjoy your life. And it's amazing that this was given to me because I labeled people insecure for dismissing the death of a woman because she dated outside of her race. This instills in me a greater drive to criticize more insecure people in their dog shit takes because they don't want to see anything of positivity. They just want everyone to make them feel better because they're miserable. And I'm sorry that you are miserable. Hopefully one day you find some love. But showing me something like this in an effort to make me change my mind does nothing, because that woman does not deserve to be dead. Ashley Janae does not deserve to be dead, whether it be by her own hands or by someone else, her fiance being the prime suspect. Time will tell. And despite all the fanatical fan fiction, all the stupid discourse around dating outside of races, I still want some form of peace given to her and her family, regardless of whatever the fuck she said on Twitter. Twitter is a place where a bunch of people say a bunch of shit, and then behind closed doors, they live a completely different life. Who cares? If you're that bothered by it, don't engage with it. Stay in your positive lane and do the thing that you all claim you do, but at the quickest sight of negativity, you will then give all of it your attention. Go where you're loved. That way, anything that could potentially bother you rolls off your shoulder. Seeing this, I think in somebody's mind it's supposed to bother me, but because I'm attached to a little bit too much positivity these days, I see this and I say, oh yeah, these bitches dumb, but still, a woman does not deserve to be dead. And side note, just to wrap this up, advocating for people to die, yeah, that's the quickest way to get more people all around to just hate you more and more. So congratulations on doing the work of the evil, corrupt white man without them even needing to be there other than to listen to this stupid shit. Because with all of this, it's no wonder why a bunch of y'all hate each other. Some people just don't want to better their lives. Like, bro, I want to better my life. Y'all know what I want. Y'all know what I want in life. Y'all know what I want in this life. I saw your racist AI thumbnail. Water levels are dropping. Well, it is an AI thumbnail. And I also think that it might quantify in the racist category. I do. But it's to prove a point. No, not really prove a point. It's to more get you all acclimated. Because there's a new game out. There's a new game that's hit the airwaves, everybody. It's called Pragmata. I'm going to say it again. There is a new game that has hit the airwaves. It's called Pragmata. I don't know anything about it because I haven't purchased the game, so I can't tell you if it's good or bad. Hopefully, anyone out there who's played the game has enjoyed it or has at least given themselves a couple hours of free time to relax a little bit with a video game. And that's all I could genuinely say. But when you go on social media, you see something a little different. And we're going to start off light. I'm a Diana forever. I'm a defend Diana forever. Okay. Seems like that character right there is Diana. And you know, cool. It's seemingly like any game where you gotta take, maybe like Walking Dead, where you take care of Clementine for a while and then you become Clementine. You know what I'm saying? But then word got out about this video game. Word reached the airwaves about this video game. And you see that character right there? You see how it's blonde and white? Well, some people found out something very important about that character. It's that she's voiced by a black. Now, I seem to recall there being a really stupid discourse a few years ago about the accuracy of voice actors and their characters. And I thought that was stupid then, because in my mind, it shouldn't matter the skin color or the gender. It should matter your ability to create a good voice to fit character. But for some reason, various people are upset. Same guy who said that they're a Diana, what was that? I am a defend Diana forever. Pragmata's Japanese voice actor is Japanese. So why is it when a white child is depicted, a grown black woman is playing her for the English dub? They're Netflixing voice actors now too. Now, I need people to understand that in a world where stupidity exists, you might look at a take like that. Maybe you watching will look at a take like that and say, oh, well, I agree. I'm going to need you to do me like the smallest favor and just like hold on to that thought. Because the same guy who was a Diane defender, once he found out that a black woman was voicing that little girl, has decided to go balls to the walls complaining about nothing for the sake of Twitter engagement. And it's really just sad. It's just sad. It's sad that a video game that apparently is being loved by a bunch of people is now in this weird category set up by weirdos who need it so bad to be seen somewhere somehow. And that's only the racial aspect of it. There's another aspect that I find even weirder, and it's the framing other people's opinions and voices to turn it into a dog whistle about how families are going to be started. This is not the first game ever to have the concept of being the adult taking care of the child. There are video games where you are manning your own civilization. I'm sorry, but that's not how this works.
So cute, and I don't even like kids, but I like her.
Okay, it's cute. I don't like kids, but I like her. That's fine. Because shock of all shocks, everyone, shock of all shocks, it's okay to not like children. It's okay to not want to have kids. I don't know why we are now signal boosting something as a means to say it's now time to start families.
Thank Thanks for talking to me all the time.
Did she give me a gift?
Ta-da!
Is this supposed to be when we first boarded the tram?
I have a fucked story to tell you all. It was my junior year, and we're taking final exams, and my English teacher brings her daughter to work. And the daughter is like probably about the same age as this one here, and is drawing. It is just drawing, because what else is a child supposed to do while being watched by their parent who's also teaching a class? And I finish my exam, and I give the paper to my teacher, and then all of a sudden, I shit you not, my English teacher's daughter hands me the drawing that she drew and asked me if I liked it. And it was about on the same level as this. And I was just like, oh. The fuck part of the story is that every single one of my fellow classmates was laughing because they were expecting me to like say that the art was shit. But it's like, it's a child who just dedicated time and effort to drawing something, and for some reason gave it to me. And I'm sitting here like, obviously I'm not about to say, I don't want that to a child. So I took it, and I was like, oh, this is pretty good. And the child was like bubbly about it. Oh shit, he has compassion? Fuck y'all. It's like, what you want me to do? Kick a kid in the fucking face and say don't draw ever again? I got a heart. It's somewhere in this motherfucker. Motherfucker said yes. I got a heart. It's somewhere in this motherfucker. But do better, little nigga. But that was a child. That was a little girl. Like, what the hell? It's like, there wasn't shit else I could do but at least boost the kid's spirits up. Genuinely thought you were gonna tell it. No. I'm harsh on people who are of the same age as me and people older than me. The children get my sympathy. The children get the sympathy. If children were to tell me, like, oh, I want to be an astronaut, I want to be this, I want to be that, I'm gonna tell them reach for the fucking stars. A grown ass fucking adult, I might kick you in your balls just for even breathing next to me. You know what I'm saying? Wait, this reminded me of that. That just unlocked the fucking memory on me.
I drew it.
I was prepared to hear you say you just walked off. Like, no, I took the thing. I actually brought it home. I was like, nigga, I was stun locked. I was like, wait, I don't know what to do with this. Show us? Brother, that was years ago. That thing is gone now. But I held on to that for some time. I held on to it for some time because it was like a little nice fucking thing. But that thing is gone now. Nigga, that was in 2016. That was 10 years ago! You know what's sad? We have a lot in the chat wanting Leon to be evil 24/7. That's what they expect out of me. That's what they expect out of me, philosopher. That's what they expect out of me. They expect me to just be so cold and ruthless all the time. They don't know that I was watching Clifford the Big Red Dog last night at 2:00 in the morning. Now you know. Now you know. But back to this.
It's for you.
Oh, what do you mean? I love it. It's so cute. But she hung it up. It's so adorable.
Mind you, this is apparently supposed to be the most effective ad campaign to make people start families. The problem with this is it's a shame that my video was taken without crediting me, plus gaining so much traction. The worst part is it ended up on the weird side of Twitter, and 90% of the interactions are so cringe. God forbid people enjoy characters in a video game where they're programmed to be likable. What a great actual fucking take. Because some of these motherfuckers are brain dead in this subject matter. They want so desperately to, for some reason, think that this means everybody's just gonna start fucking. My video was taken and put there too. No credit and the weirdest fucking caption. So sorry that this happened to you. These motherfuckers are weird. Just curious, what's the weird side? Surely the wholesome start a family message isn't the weird side. No, I don't care if people want to start families. What's weird is people commenting, you can see her ovaries exploding. Back to factory reset. Someone get her a baby now over my reaction to a 40-second clip of a video game. The projection is weird and worded inappropriately, which it is. That's fucking weird. Because if you take a motherfucker enjoying some shit and you say, put a baby in her, you're fucking weird. Especially after you hear the motherfucker saying they don't like kids. Take them at their word. But going back to the cringing about the voice acting, why is a grown black woman playing the role of a small white child? Keep it in mind. Because if you notice, if we could just get to the point here, if you notice the overarching theme of some of these individuals, when you say that, you have to go into the back catalog of voice actors and the characters they voice not matching their skin pigmentation. We've now gone from it shouldn't matter. It literally used to be in defense or to critique the point of no, it should be black people voicing black people and nothing else. The point used to be, why does that matter? It should be the talent that they have to voice a character. Now it's, why are black people voicing white little girls? So now to rip the Band-Aid off, let's go through some iconic fucking characters. Matt from Cyberchase, voiced by a woman. Chippendale, voiced by a woman. Kevin, Ed, Edd n Eddy, voiced by a woman. Qbert, Futurama, voiced by a woman. Huey, Dewey, and Louie from DuckTales, voiced by a woman. Jimmy Neutron, voiced by a woman. Huey Freeman and Riley Freeman, voiced by a woman. Rocket from fucking Rocky and Bullwinkle, voiced by a woman. Ben fucking 10, voiced by a woman. Dexter, voiced by 2 women. Tommy Pickles, voiced by a woman. Bobby Hill, voiced by a woman. Ash Ketchum, voiced by a woman. Voiced by 2 women! Timmy Turner, voiced by a woman. Bart Simpson, voiced by a woman. This pretending to be mad because you ain't got nothing better to do scenario created by a bunch of motherfuckers who are desperate for subject matter to mean something else, you're fucking embarrassing. Yeah, you're embarrassing. It's the saddest stretch of circumstances where motherfuckers are pretending to be mad for the sake of engagement on social media, and it's getting boring. It's getting sad. But there is an aspect of it that's so funnier. It's the pretending about parenthood. Just a reminder, men have raised, mentored, protected, and even died for children who weren't theirs for as long as history has been recorded. That doesn't make them creeps or predators. Thumbs up. Now, she's right. There are men out there who have stepped up and fathered children who aren't theirs. There are also men who have abandoned children. What? What? You're expecting more? There are men who have abandoned children. So, like, what point are you trying to make here? I despise anyone who does the thing where it's like, I'm only going to mention the good so that I could look good in front of a bunch of people. Mention the bad too. There are men There are men who have stepped up in the role of parenthood in an effort to father children. Yes. There are uncles who have become father figures to younger children. Yes. There are men who have abandoned children. She's just virtue signaling. That's what all of them have done in this subject matter. But we need to take a look at Hassan Abbey, because apparently Hassan Abbey has given his opinion on the gaming culture and the Pragmata fans who are giving their takes. So what's really interesting about all of these okay. So let's just hear him say it.
In any case, what is this? Capcom's Pragmata. Wait, did it come out already? Pragmata, it's making thousands of people suddenly want to start a family. You play as Hugh, a soldier stranded on a ruined lunar research station. His job is protecting the childlike android Diana while fighting rogue AI. It's out already? Is it good? Isn't this like Death Stranding? In one emotional moment, she gives him a crayon drawing of the two of them together as a little family. Even streamers who say at the start they didn't want kids end up breaking down happy in tears. So what's really interesting about this is all of these unfuckable losers in the gaming sphere always talk about like starting families and stuff. And I don't understand like why this has become a thing that they care about. Like, if you're a gamer, you should care about things that you actually experience. You should care about things that you actually enjoy, right? If you're a fucking end up breaking down happy in tears. So what's really interesting about this is all of these unfuckable losers in the gaming sphere always talk about like starting families and stuff. And I don't understand like why this has become a thing that they care about. Like, if you're a gamer, you should care about things that you actually experience. You should care about things that you actually enjoy, right? If you're a fucking lonely gamer who has never been around a woman and will never have sex with a woman, why do you care? Like, why do you care about having children or like riding for having children? Like, if they...
You could have easily talked about how weird it is people are clipping streamers crying about a picture and formatting it as if they are now talking about wanting to start families. But for some odd cartoonish reason, you decide to lump in all gamers as, I guess, unfuckable losers who will never experience the sensation of the consensual back and forth of laying into a women's nether region. Because for some reason, we had to go to the stupid route instead of the easy route.
They changed hot Cheetos, if they changed the recipe of hot Cheetos, if they changed the recipe of like, I don't know, Dr. Pepper or something, and you fucking freaked out about that, that makes sense, right? Like, that's precisely what your life is about.
You could, wait a minute. Are there not gamers who have families? You're wording this like in human history, anyone who picks up a controller and dedicates, I'm guessing, 4 hours to a video game, magically all of a sudden has no way to interact with a woman or a man. Because in case anybody forgot, there are women who play games. There are women who are gamers. So I guess the ladies have to get their eggs just chopped open and have to just sit there, never experiencing the sensation of some semen dripping down their face.
But as far as like LARPing about starting families and whatnot, this is something that I never understand. It just doesn't make any sense to me because it's just not something that you're going to experience ever for your life, for the rest of your life, right?
Is that it? Is that your dead air?
Also,
oh, no.
I will say, Japanese game, putting a child in there, you're playing with fire, okay? Don't get mad at me for saying this, but I feel like any Japanese game you put like a child, it's gonna invite.
Let me help y'all out. Because I've seen this take too. Normal people Normal people can just play a game and not think about that shit. Sex depraved people, specifically an individual who has advocated for the rape of little girls, probably will think about that first. And the funniest part is that these motherfuckers never really go at Japanese media and how it is different from their American media. There is a lot of egregious softcore porn in anime that primarily is centered around teenage girls. And it's weird. That's why if it's not a bunch of motherfuckers stabbing, shooting, and killing each other, I ain't watching. But there are motherfuckers who consume that media, and they're weird. Oh, maybe there's one of you watching this, whether it's on Twitch or YouTube, that has played this game. I'm going to ask an honest question. Is there a fucking scene in this game where this kid's nipples come out? Or we get a panty shot? Because if the answer is yes, I'm not buying this game. If the answer is no, and it's just a fucking video game where you go in and protect a child while doing whatever the fucking task is, seems like a lot of motherfuckers were desperate to hope for an outcome where they could bitch about Japan media. So I don't know why. I'm seeing there's 2 people that have said no so far, now 3. Why even bring that up? Who were you trying to scapegoat for? Like who? Who were you trying to be in lockstep with when you said this shit? Why did my cousin just text me saying Drewski's coming to Mutt? Okay. Does the demo count? I don't know. I haven't played the game. Oh, you're talking about if motherfuckers have played that. He needs to project towards his right-wing counterpart, Asmongold. Bro, you don't need to do this. And of course, when he says some dumb shit, it gains traction. And here's his defense.
Okay? Because I recently said, you know, you're never gonna get pussy, so why are you worried about, you know, whether or not women's biological clock is ticking? You got posted in a lot of gamer subreddits. Ooh, nice.
And it's like he had a point, because I showed you the motherfuckers who are clipping these women and making it seem like, oh, this is the best ad campaign to have kids. Yeah, they're weird. But this motherfucker took it and then said, gamers, you're never gonna have happiness. You're never gonna be with a woman.
You're Pragmata, take pissed off incels. You offended the pedos and the capital G gamers and the incels? Yeah, what they're offended by, I think, primarily is the truth. That's what offends them the most.
I got a random truth. Cuba is still in crisis, and dumbfuck and his efforts to complain about his own internet access hasn't helped Cuba at all. Like, good job on finally releasing your little documentary, but Cuba is still in crisis.
When they hear the fucking truth. Yeah, I saw this. This guy made fun of us and really nailed it. Hassan comes off as a freak in this clip for defaulting to this view of a game he has not yet even played at the time of the clip. Gamer dads is like a huge thing. Yeah, except gamer dads aren't the ones who are going, oh, we have to replace the Western...
But you didn't specify it. You said gamers. So, of course, they're going to hear that and say, you're talking about everybody, you dumb fuck? You know that's how that goes. You know the spin
birth
here.
rates with new white babies. gamer dads. Who do you think is closer to your worldview? A guy who's a fucking father with a family?
And now we're fucking around with the who do you think is closer to your worldview? After you then shun these motherfuckers and having them think, oh, well, we're lumped in with motherfuckers who will never feel the taste of a woman consensually.
Family who likes to play video games on his off time, or random fucking incel Twitter monsters.
That's the strongest goalpost move Hassan's ever done in front of me. He saw a take that anybody with a brain could say, all right, some of y'all are being weird. Took it to bring in every single gamer, dismissed the fact that they got gamers who are both men and women who have families that they have started that they care about while they also game. And now, because he's gotten shit, it's now gamer dads. Who's your worldview aligned with? And it's like, bro.
With a family who likes to play video games on his off time, or random fucking incel Twitter monsters. The clip was chopped up to conflate all gamers with incels, I think. Whoever was editing was trying to get a bunch of gamers to think you hated all gamers.
I'm sorry, but there's no edit here. That's just the straight 2 minutes. I'm sorry, but this is 2 minutes in.
In any case, what is this? Capcom's Pragmata.
Motherfucker, we got you for 2 minutes. We got your opening statement on it.
Wait, did it come out already? Pragmata, it's making thousands of people.
Motherfucker, you read the tweet. You started off strong with the take. Then you completely... Like, stop.
I saw an Irish girl saying you were unhinged for your take on Pragmata.
You know what? How much is Pragmata? I'm about tempted. I'm about tempted. Wait, is this even something that's on the PlayStation? I might get that Invincible game. That Invincible I might want to put the beef to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Oh wait, I'm in the player section. Pragmata. This shit came out a week ago. Bitch, I'm late. I'm fucking late. Damn. What the fuck is the Shelter Variety Pack? There's no way this game has DLC in the future. No game has DLC now. It's fucking world we live in. What's the fucking... oh, it's just outfits. I don't care about that. 60 bones? That ain't bad. About 60 bones? That's not bad. I don't know what backwards country Shadow Crisis lives in, but the exact price for me plus tax is $64.94. So skill issue, my boys. Skill issue, my boys. Skill issue, my boys. DLC is yesteryear. It's all premium passes now. On Steam it is. There's no way it's more money on Steam. Pragmata. No, it's still 60. Or maybe y'all talking about like the other edition of it. Yeah, the deluxe edition is 70. The fucking regular is 60. I might get this. Just off the muscle and because I need a new game to play. There's a demo. I don't want to play the demo. If I'm gonna play the game, I'm either gonna sink my money into it or I'm not. Have you ever played mouth washing? I'm gonna check Steam just because mouth washing. I've seen this game. This was referenced to me before. But the answer is no, I haven't. But I know about it. You know what we need? You know what the world needs? Detroit Become Human 2. That's what the world needs.
I'm unhinged for my take on Pragmata. That the correct assessment here is that Pragmata is actually going to save the white birth rates.
No. Here's the correct take about any game. it's a video game. It's either going to be something you enjoy or it's something you're not going to enjoy. It should never be something co-opted by anybody about your taste in lolly, your need for the birth rate to go up, or whatever possible other fucking reason exists. It's a video game with a concept that has been done to death before. You're all weird. It's just a video game.
This game from Capcom is going to save the... Hassan Parker gets mad at gamers who like Pragmata. So what's really interesting about this is all the unfuckable losers in the gaming sphere always talk about starting families and stuff. And I don't understand why this has become a thing they care about. I can already smell the stench in the comments coming from the gamers. I wouldn't call this mad, more like pointing at the hypocrisy of right-wing rhetoric. The title of that post also misleading because Hassan, quote, has nothing to do with people who like Pragmata. He's talking about losers who are using Pragmata to shame people who don't have kids. Have you seen the guy having a meltdown when he found out the VA for Diana is a black woman?
I also found out about that. And again, if he says that that's weird, he's right. It is.
No, but that seems, that seems in line with what I've seen so far from fucking incels. What is the context around this quote? Capcom came out with a game that I was excited to play, and I started playing last night. And the game's main character rolls around with like a little girl, a little AI girl. Okay? And everyone is like, Pragmata is a psyop to counter decades of anti-natalist propaganda and bring up...
See, that's... I'm not. See, my interest in this game falls when I hear other people saying stupid shit.
The global birth rates. To which I said, buddy, saying anti-natalist...
People call this game pedo bait because you're a male taking care of a young girl. Fatherlessness has reached an all-time high. There's no actual way. Let me just for my own sanity. Let me just if you don't mind, Kyle the Vampire God, let me just take a picture of that. let me just screenshot your comment. Yeah. Hope you don't mind. Even though, this is my live stream. I can do whatever I want with any of your fucking comments. But like, I need to see somebody talking about this game being pedo bait now.
This propaganda out loud in the real world.
Like, that might usurp the dumb shit I heard from him.
Will guarantee your bloodline ends with you. Now, I find the game to be cute, and I find the game to be fun.
Cute. I just want to read your comment again because I haven't scrolled down to like refresh. I need to just read that again, just for my own sanity. People called this game pedo bait because you're a male taking care of a young girl. Fatherlessness has reached an all-time high. I just had to read that again. It's so much wrong with it. It's so much ain't nothing wrong with you like saying that. It's just, I know that exists. Okay, ad's over. What did I miss? What did that fucker have to say? I don't know why I just did that. Nothing of substantial note was said.
I like the game. I was excited to play this game when it was first announced. I will continue playing this game. But what I find very strange is that these guys who make everything political, who spent years and years and years saying, well, get the politics out of my video games, are now looking...
that's another thing. He might be about to cook on this one, because I think y'all need to get a grip. There are a lot of these fucking games that got politics in it, political messaging. You could blink and you miss it, or you could spot the fucking theme and then keep playing the fucking game, bro. I'm sorry. Somebody probably out there in the world exists like this, and you are somebody who I would never trust anything in regards to information on. I can't for the life of me sit here and ever say that I've spoken to somebody that said they voted Democrat because of the gay relationship that's in the Spider-Man 2 game.
Political propaganda points in every game that they play, and in many circumstances they don't even play these games. They just chirp about them. That's it.
Okay, I'm kind of done with Hassan. I'm more interested, crazy enough, in pedo bait. But before that, I have yet another example of my distaste in the world. Because, class, do you want to know what's considered right-wing propaganda? After all of that you just consumed, do you want to know what's considered in the big 2026 as right-wing propaganda? Having a fucking family. Apparently this right here is right-wing propaganda. And this is this is why in this world I've despised holding conversation with a lot of people. Going to the gym is not alt-right, right-wing, alpha male propaganda. Like, I'm sorry. It's shit like that. The simple shit that has been co-opted by dumbasses who can't accept being told that they're stupid have run around and said all the basic things that you are already doing. It's now a sign that you're a right-winger or a Democrat or a neo-Nazi. It's like, there's a reason why when some of y'all come in here and you do it because you want to hear my take on something, and I tell y'all I have no idea what the fuck y'all talking about, it's because genuinely I don't. It's because I live by the code. Whatever isn't interesting to me, I don't know. You just saw me find out that Pragmata came out last week. I didn't fucking know. Why would I know? It wasn't a game that was on my radar. Not that it's bad, it just wasn't on my radar. It's a lot of fucking games that came out that have been viewed as great that wasn't on my radar. Not because they suck, it just wasn't. Fucking Ghost of Tsushima wasn't on my radar. Ghost of Yote wasn't on my radar. Who's the other one? Motherfucker Mitch. Death Stranding wasn't on my radar. While Astrobot was on my radar, it wasn't something that I was really glued into. It's like, this is the same situation with the McDonald's anime commercial, and people thought that it was right-wing because it was a commercial that I think primarily was just for people in Japanese, but because the Japanese McDonald's Twitter account posted it, it became everybody's fucking problem. Mouse PI wasn't on my radar until a fucking IGN reviewer decided, hey, I'm mad that I'm having fun, but it's not historically accurate to fictional movies. Hi, Jiminy Christmas Kringo. We need a break. We need a short intermission. We need a short intermission before I go in and find Little Nightmares and Poppy Playtime were on your radar. At least you know. We need an intermission. We need something stupid to just make us feel better about ourselves. And I have the perfect dummy. I have the perfect dummy for us to look at, you know. I got the perfect dummy for everybody. It's only 29 seconds, but I think you all deserve to hear this stupid shit in reference to the ongoing trial for Tyler Robinson, the guy who shot Charlie Kirk. Keep in mind, before I play this, keep in mind, this is still the primary suspect. A lot of evidence is coming out over time that makes Candace Owens and various other people look kind of stupid. So with that in mind,
I'm getting the sense that they had multiple Tyler Robinson lookalikes that day. That's why the footage is grainy. And it's just impossible that all this footage is going to be grainy, okay? I think there were multiple Tyler Robinson lookalikes, and they were wearing maroon shirts and wearing hats and wearing what they were supposed to wear. And they're never going to show us a clear picture of Tyler Robinson because it's very easy to find a Tyler Robinson lookalike and to blur it. That is my conspiracy theory.
Or maybe because we live in a world where cameras are often the last thing that get upgraded in buildings. That's why you got grainy footage. That's easy to explain. This motherfucker now wants me to join her audience in believing that these motherfuckers just scattered a bunch of no-chinned, ugly-ass white dudes who date transgenders in different areas so that we could confuse everybody once we get one guy on a roof to shoot Charlie Kirk. Remind me again how she's not disrespecting that man who's her quote-unquote friend? Because I remember bringing that up, and somebody got too defensive about Candace Owens. It's just like, I don't understand how you could be a fan of Charlie Kirk listening to the shit that she says and walk away from it thinking, wow, she is getting to the bottom of this. I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, we're doomed. We as a society are fucking doomed. And that's really it. That's really the fuck it. Let me see. Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Did I just have a stroke? That just die? What the fuck happened to me? Did I just die? Okay. I did open it. I want to find this quote unquote pedo bait. And you know I could find some shit like that there. You know I could find some shit like that there. So I typed in on TikTok Pragmata pedo bait. I got a very interesting first video. But I'm going to keep looking around for more just to see if there's more to this than I could possibly imagine. Because there should be no fucking... Play that fucking... Shut up. Destroy all male gamers. Pragmata Reddit. Shut up. Rated by the feds. I think these are individuals who are enjoying themselves. I can't believe I ratioed the official Pragmata page. Oh, this is also on Reddit. Okay. This is all on Reddit. Reddit. By the way, Leon, you misspelled Pragmata. I spelled it Pragmata. L Gamer. L Gamer. L Gamer. L Gamer. L Gamer. Who gives a fuck? Game's probably ass anyway. And that's my contribution to horrible discourse today. Now we're going down the rabbit hole, ladies and gents. We're down the rabbit hole. Pragmata pedo game, non-stop people arguing over this game. If you playing this game, you're not my friend. Oh, well, why? Okay. What's wrong with the game? Because all I know, okay, oh, oops. I cut it off. Oops. My bad. None of you heard it. My bad. L streamer. Pragmata, pedo game, nonstop people arguing over this game. If you're playing this game, you're not my friend.
Now, I've gotten into some arguments over this game, man, and I'm going to say it like this. I'm not a weirdo. I'm not creepy. I don't suffer from mental illness.
Okay.
The simple fact that I can point out something wrong with the game to the world in 2026 that shows.
Well, what's wrong with the game? Is it promoting something? Is it trying to advocate for a crime? Is it something that would be a danger to a bunch of kids? Because a game where it seems like you're taking care of a child up until you reach an end goal is a style of game or a concept in a game that has existed long before Pragmata, and it will exist long after Pragmata.
If there's something wrong with it, then there shouldn't be any problems. You know what I'm saying? To everybody who's saying something negative about this game, everybody's come back saying, oh, well, you're the sicko. You're pointing that out, so you're the sicko. No, homie, I'm just reading information and redistributing it. The fact
well, what's the information? Let me get a little information out you, big man.
Fact of the matter is that in 2026, pedophilia is almost legal. I mean, at this point, I'm seeing naked pictures of kids on my internet, on my tablet. I see it on Instagram, on YouTube.
Now, hold on there, buddy boy. Some of that might be algorithm based. And what is it about you and your search history and you liking these things that leads to you seeing that more and more? I don't see any of that. I get cooking content, I get tech news, and I get weird aspirations about people in sneakers. I don't get none of this. So maybe you are attracting us to figuring out what you are spending your time liking at 3 o'clock in the morning.
On Twitter, there's all kinds of naked kids going around. And it's not me. Trust me, I don't have nothing to do with that shit.
That's always the lie. It's always the scapegoat. How did this get here? I've never liked this. And these fools don't realize that that's your algorithm giving you more of what it is that you consume. So we might have to get a little look at that hard drive, little buddy, because you might be somebody I don't want around the children.
Whenever I see it, whatever account it is, even if it come across me even as a suggested account, I block that shit or I remove it. You know what I'm saying? I click that little X every time I see a kid on my internet.
Sure you do.
Now, I'm not saying that all kids should be off the internet, but at this point, since pedophilia is almost legal and all the elites do it, you know what I'm saying? All the elites like to touch kids. All these rich people like to touch kids. They're trying to make it legal. So
he's not wrong. We do live in a society where the elites probably are getting busy on kids.
2026 when
but what does that have to do with a video game?
Capcom came out, Capcom Sony, these Japanese people come out with this game called Pragmata where, and I get it. I see their side of the story. I see how they're trying to pursue in a game of a daddy-daughter duo of how a Marine has to take care of a little robotic child. And I get it. But the thing is that these pedos are already mad that you can't see up the girl's skirt. These pedos are on.
Well, wouldn't that be a good thing? That you can't be allowed to see up a child's skirt? That's a good thing. Good on the game developers if that is something they made sure nobody is allowed to do, because even though you're selling a product to people, individuals in this world will take it into a weird direction, and they are weird. But that's not necessarily the game developers' fault. They're coming up with a story that they want to show to the people, they want people to buy into. It's not their fault that weird motherfuckers will buy the game. The only way that they could stop that is if they region lock it, or somehow, some way, if they self-report themselves, much like how you did a little bit earlier. We live in a society where they end up in jail.
Reddit and other platforms like TikTok and YouTube. They are out here on Facebook. Like, I don't know what happened to the laws or whatever, but these pedos have found a way to be on the internet every day.
And that's a problem. That is a problem.
Every day. Now, the last pedo I met that was confined to home and couldn't go outside without taking a lie detector test, he's not allowed to be on Facebook and TikTok. You know what I'm saying? They all know he's a pedo and he's going to do it again. So they...
That sounds like, wait a minute. Earlier you said that it's becoming more legal, yet you're giving me an example as to how that's not the case, where a guy apparently can't go outside without admitting to a lie detector test. That sounds like a harsher world for people who deserve a harsh world. That sounds like a good thing.
He's not allowed to be on there. So what I can't figure out is why the rest of the pedos in the world get to be on TikTok and Facebook. That's what I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? So the point of the story is, man, that there's a lot of people in this world who have good heart and generally want to play this game called Pragmata for the daddy-daughter experience, which is what...
Yes, there's a lot of people who've been enjoying it, yes.
They're trying to portray in video games. But in the year 2026, America government seems it's okay to touch kids. So, because they're not doing nothing about it, to be honest. They're not doing shit. They're not doing shit about it. So
I feel as though we're confusing or trying to combine two things. A video game with a daddy-daughter concept somehow has spurred on you to start talking about the dangers of pedophilia. And while the dangers of pedophilia exist, and they do definitely need to be addressed, and we do have examples of certain situations where you would want justice and it's not seemingly coming ever in this lifetime, and it needs to. How are you trying to combine these two things? And what's your idea? Because all of you've told me is that you have an algorithm that shows you naked kids, and that's your fault. And you're mad that people are playing a game, and the majority of people who you might have seen aren't pedophiles. So what's the spin?
So, in this day and age, in the year 2026, maybe this daddy-daughter game shouldn't have come out. Because at this point, pedos
you're going to have to go to Japan and tell Capcom or whoever made this game, no, you can't make this. Because I'm uncomfortable living in a world with pedophiles, and this game will do nothing but spur on stupid-ass people in their attempts. And you know what? In some weird aspect, I understand that. But you're trying to make it as if everybody who plays this game, the way this is coming across and is being worded, is like if you play this game, you support pedophilia. And I hate to break it to anybody who feels insecure enough about themselves that might think that. No, you don't support pedophilia by playing a fucking video game. If that's the case, if anybody's ever touched the Walking Dead video game, you were already supporting pedophilia. Because you know what was in that game? The first couple? Supporting or taking care of a child.
Arguing that they can't see the kid naked. You know what I'm saying? They're protesting the game. They're trying to get the game canceled because they can't see the little kid naked. Now that's...
Yeah, and those people are depraved and sick. And they're fucking weird. Cut to print. What does that have to do with everybody else? I'm sorry. Shock of all shocks. You can disagree with something, and then there will be somebody else who's on the exact same planet as you that will say, oh, what's the problem? How come I'm not allowed to do this? Oh, how am I not allowed to... Shock of all shocks, which means we should all be fatigued by humanity.
Not me. That's not me. This is the news I was provided with. This is the news I've been given. This is the news, that the truth that I am redistributing. Now everybody thinks I'm some kind of creepy weirdo because I'm pointing it out. Well, guess what, buddy? Maybe you're the creepy weirdo because you know this about this game. You see it in this game, and you still play it. What does that tell me? Wait
a minute. Time out. What do you mean we see it in the game? As far as I've been told, there is no pornographic scene involving the child robot anywhere in the game. There's no reference to that. It seems like people are mad that there isn't any of that, and that's weird, and you're trying to tie that to the game creating an atmosphere around. No, that's not, those two things don't line up together, sir.
Tell me about you. You You know what I'm saying? What's it really say about you? And I don't give a fuck.
It says that I and probably many other people who want to play Pragmata want to play a new game because they're interested in the story. They're interested in how it plays out. They're interested to see this dynamic, much like many other people. Not to say that there aren't any individuals out there who are probably fucking weird, because let's be honest, there probably are. Playing this game does not mean you have it in your mind to lust upon the children. Maybe, and this is probably the most conspiratorial thing I'll say in my lifetime, maybe it's just a video game.
Fuck if you're a husband with $3. I don't give a fuck if you're a family man. I don't give a fuck if you're sitting at home alone in your apartment. I don't give a fuck if you got 3 wives. What does that really say about you? Now,
what does it say about you that you have this tape at the center of your glasses, and you admitted earlier in this video that every time you scroll on social media, it's just nothing but naked kids? You've told me more about you than you expected other people to say about themselves.
Watch the people that play this game called Pragmatic. Look at their faces. Some of these dudes on TikTok already look like chomos. They already look like they're wanting to touch kids, and they're openly The
call is coming from inside the house, because you should never play the dangerous game of talking about how people look, especially if you look like somebody who probably sits in the girl's bathroom.
Playing it on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? It's bad enough I done seen enough TikToks of people and females in Africa masturbating, and when I report them, there's no violation.
What are
so,
you
know,
watching?
there's a lot of crazy shit.
What are you watching? I gotta hear that again. No. I need to hear that.
People, bad enough I done seen enough TikToks of people and females in Africa masturbating, and when I report them, there's no...
You... This dude is snitching on himself. He's trying to draw attention somewhere else so that he could do something else. He wants to be viewed as the good guy. He wants to be viewed as a hero. He wants to be viewed as somebody who's safe to be around. What is this algorithm you have? Sir, all of this is algorithm based. The minute you like something scantily clad, guess what? You're going to get about 30 more of the same thing, or 30 more of something similar with a different body. Your algorithm is your fault. You and I don't have the same algorithm. You and I don't like the same things, clearly. But your fuck ups and your mistakes, you cannot then try to say, oh, everybody else is the problem. You're weird.
Violation. So, there's a lot of crazy shit going on TikTok that nobody can control for some reason. But the main thing that I don't put up with and I don't support is pedophilia. I don't support it in any way, shape, or form.
I can't tell.
I don't care how many times I have to say it. I choose cannibalism over children. And
What is this? Bro, it's a video game that ranges between like $60 and $70, where I guess, I haven't played the game, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong if you've played the game, where you adventure with a child and take care of them. That's it. Maybe you fight some monster, maybe you almost die, maybe the child died, I don't know, I haven't played the game. What are we comparing? What are we analyzing here? We're jumping through 30 hoops when all we had to do was set them up. And this motherfucker is trying really hard for no reason. This game, from every metric that I have seen, does not promote pedophilia. What you have are people who want to do something extra and they're not being allowed to, and they're mad about it. Focus on them. Not the game. They're the weirdo. Not the developer that made the game. They just made a story. Motherfuckers want to go above and beyond with the story, and they're not getting access to do it, and so they're crying, which makes them look weird.
Any day of the week, I'll cook, skin, and eat a motherfucker before I ever touch a kid. And I'll say it again and again and again.
All right. I've had enough. I, on a base level, could understand the point you're making, but you don't know where to point the gun to shoot. You are pointing it at everybody when you need to point it at one select group. But because it seems like your vision might be a little impaired, you don't know what you're doing. You and anyone who could possibly be complaining about, I guess, not looking up a little girl's skirt, I need y'all to face the wall, because I wouldn't trust any of you around children. I hope anyone who plays the game is playing it with good intentions and is enjoying yourselves. And I said it earlier, and I'm going to say it again. No, you are not a pedophile, nor do you support pedophilia by playing the game, unless you one of these weird motherfuckers that looks up or attempts to look up skirts in video games. You're not somebody I would trust around the female species. I thank you to who was that brought me down this rabbit
If somebody sees like a little girl in like a cartoon or an anime or a game and then calls it like pedo bait, they are the issue. Because tell me to repeat.
He ain't wrong. He's not wrong. Brother's not telling the lie. Brother's not telling a lie.
Calling Pragmata pedo bait. Mind you, Pragmata is a game where you play as a dude and you raise this little android girl like she's your daughter. So it's like a father-daughter type style.
Father-daughter.
No sexual stuff, no weird stuff. And there are dead-ass people here saying pedo bait. I saw a comment dude's like, there's no good games. And I said, oh, Pragmata and Resident Evil 9 came out this year. There's probably some other good ones too. I just said, Pragmata, you need your hard drives checked. But I'm sorry, if you are looking at a game and it has a little girl in it and you automatically assume must be pedo bait, then you are the issue. I remember somebody said Spy X Family was pedo bait. Like, are we serious?
Who the fuck said? I'm done. I'm done. I'm not done streaming. I'm done with the topic. I'm done with the topic. I'm not done streaming. We still have more. We have more. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we're apparently on spring break from the quarter. Spring break for the live show. Forgot it was supposed to start yesterday. We haven't missed the show in 3 years and the crew deserves a break. I'll still be doing daily segments, but live show returns May 4th. The burnout has been real and it's a good time for a break. Not prevalent in any other reason. Not maybe, I don't know. Maybe a bunch of heat on you. Because, you know, the Keto Casino fans are still on your ass. And I stand by what I said. If that channel don't come back, the quartering wins. Like, I hate to break it to y'all. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I like Keto Casino. But if that channel don't come back, it's cooked. He wins by default. But I'm very sad we're no longer going to get the live quartering show for like a week, 2 weeks. What are we going to do? We're going to miss so many iconic moments. Like the mean thoughts he has.
They're leasing it, right?
Yeah, the deal is to pay $81,000 a month to lease it. And it's very odd. Like they're paying $500,000 over 6 months to dunk on Alex Jones. I mean, I guess. I guess.
Are they paying Alex Jones to lease his brand?
No, it's going to
trust,
the
right?
Yeah, it's going to the trust, which goes to the families.
Because it would be even funnier if they were paying Alex Jones to lease his brand as a way of like getting him.
Well, they kind of are. Like they kind of are paying Alex Jones because they're paying off his debts.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen some takes on this.
Get ready, everybody. Get ready. If you haven't seen this, I'm almost certain there's probably 3 of you that have. But I need you to understand the brave take that's about to be said by the guy who, need I remind you all, hello, what is this?
Hi, everyone. Today we're...
Who need I remind you all? Who need I remind you all made a video not too long ago telling us about a school shooting in Turkey, telling us that we needed to know about that even though it was in another country. And everyone's so focused on Iran and the Strait of Hormuz. You all need to get back on topic. It's these transgenders. And yet, it's been 4 days. I don't see a video. Hold on, shh, everybody shut up. Let me scroll down. No, I don't see a video about what happened in Shreveport, Louisiana, where 8 children were murdered. Oh, but I thought we were supposed to know about all the small things. Oh, now, to be fair, maybe, just maybe, it's on the Jeremy Hambley channel. Maybe. You know, give us some credit. Give it a little credit. Give it a little credit. Give it a little credit. Make it a little look. Antifa, no. Asmongold, no. Trump, no. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. You know what? You know what? Golf clap. Golf clap. I take it back. You know what? Let's see. Why was this not good enough to post on the main channel? No. But you know what? That's me moving the goalpost. That's me moving the goalpost. He did it. We're going to watch it. I just want to see if he blows it out of proportion. But not right now. We have to go back to the brave take.
I don't know. I have some, like, they're not dark thoughts, but they're kind of mean thoughts about it. It's like, I mean, surely this will unkill those kids. Like, I don't really.
Fuck the quartering. Fuck Melanie Mack. Fuck Hannah Claire. Children are dead. And a guy promoted their death as nothing but a fake Hollywood stunt. He is the spearhead for the harassment these families have gotten over the years. He deserves to be held to the fucking standard that he pretends to give a fuck in regards to CNN. And he has been. I'm glad his fucking reputation took a hit and financially he had to pay a consequence. Much like CNN did. Much like Fox News did. It's embarrassing that somehow holding motherfuckers accountable now translates to, oh, that'll bring those kids back. A stupid piece of shit who will in one breath say that I should care about what's going on in Turkey will somehow dismiss the death of kids because, oh, one of my favorite podcasters got punished and I don't agree with that. Rules for thee but not for me exist because of dumb fucks like this who will tell you that the likes of CNN who spread lies deserves to face consequences. But when you're a major figure in media, which Alex Jones is, he's allowed to just say anything.
You know, to me, it's like every time there's one of these like horrible accidents, there's always some lawyer who convinces the parents, oh, you have to sue Remington or you have to sue the NRA, or you have to sue, like, I mean, it's just stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's going to bring back.
Leon, did you ever like The Quartering? Yes. I've told this story a few times. This guy was like one of the first people when I was just starting out as a pee-wee little YouTuber who gave me words of encouragement. And I thought that was nice. I didn't know the motherfucker. No, that does not mean I am indebted to a blood oath. Time went on, and this motherfucker just became somebody that was like, you know what? You're a little bit disingenuous, but it never personally affected me. And really nothing this fuck's done has ever personally affected me. When he got up here and told you all that you need to foot the bill for his financial fuck up, and he thought that just saying, oh, a wokey is fucking with me was enough, that's when I was just like, yo, well, you're just a lying piece of shit. Because he would hear a story about something happening and say, well, where's the evidence? How come I don't see any evidence? But magically something happens to him and we're just supposed to believe it? No. Not something I could get behind. And still to this day, there's been no proof in the subject matter about how, oh, my business has been targeted by a bunch of wokies. It hasn't even been proven. Sounds like you got hit like I did with a certain VTuber that used to play Digimon games. That sounds gay.
You know, it's obviously, I know it won't bring back those kids. It's not going to bring back those kids. And, you know, quite frankly, it just looks like you care more about the money at this point.
Right.
Like, I don't know.
While talking about the surge in men going back to church, the Quartering says that men are going because of Charlie Kirk's death.
Anyway, I mean, I can speak for myself, but I'm not in this young man's group. You know, like, I think that this is the Charlie Kirk effect.
Get to anybody. But we're not about to just sit here and say, unless we get a bunch of young men who say it from their own mouths, I'm sorry, but no. No. What is that video? What, this video? Or this video? What video could you be referencing?
That young men saw this and saw kind of the spiritual war.
No. Because guess what? Pastor Dave probably love the fact that all these young men coming into the fucking church. Because Pastor Dave wants some ass and he hard. It's terrible.
And they decided to go back to church.
It seems like it's predating Charlie's assassination.
Right, it is. But it could be overrun by, you know, it's looking at the whole year, but what if there was a 80?
Wait. So the one person with somewhat of a brain says that whatever the fuck they're looking at could possibly predate Charlie Kirk getting shot, but because dumbass needs a narrative to spin, and I have the unique fear that online specifically, there's going to be people, much like the three on the screen, who are going to try to convince people as we get closer to those midterms that we need to do this for Charlie Kirk. We got to pretend like Charlie Kirk was the significant needle mover in the culture. And it's just like, I don't know how long that y'all could drag that dead body around.
80% jump after the Kirk assassination, and it would make the whole year kind of look, you know what I mean? It would drag up the whole rest of the year's percentages. But I could be wrong about that. You know,
I could just say that you are wrong about that and just have my own banter. But speaking of the Bible, Melanie Mack is married now, and her husband has a track record that would lead anyone to say that this man is a little bit sussy-wussy, as the Bacchus would put it, with a back catalog that spans to 2013 of him being somebody that, you know, Melanie Mack would not be a fan of because of the homosexual nature about it all. So you could imagine the tattooed strumpet aligning with the homosexual and somehow creating unholy matrimony.
That is the original definition of sodomy in the Bible. Male on male butt stuff. Now,
what world did we start giving up on the word anal? Like, what world? What world did we give up on the word anal? Oh, and by the way, the word sodomy is not found in the original biblical text. And also, I don't know how to warn you all, but there are women who love anal. So I don't know why we're specifying male on male as if it's the only thing.
sodomy in the Bible. Male on male butt stuff.
No, so if you fuck a woman in the ass, that's of God, apparently.
Now, the current definition of sodomy added a bunch of more stuff to it, but that is the original definition of sodomy. So,
the prophet Ezekiel explicitly defined Sodom's sins as pride, excess of food, and prosperous ease, but did not aid the poor and needy, rather than specifically sexual acts. By the way, inhabitants of Sodom threatened to rape male guests of Lot. Many scholars emphasize this as a story of violent gang rape and abuse of foreigners. Just in case y'all didn't know. In historical, theological terms, it was something that, for everyone who needs to know, it was supposed to include more, such as masturbation and oral sex. And, because I know some of you are horny, bestiality. But it might be difficult for people to actually read the Bible and interpret it faithfully, along with, using Google to find out if anything is certain. So, but listen to the whore whose entire ideology is supposedly getting into the kitchen and making a man a sandwich. Why is she in front of a microphone giving an opinion? Why is she leading in a lesson about the Bible? Shouldn't a woman know her place?
things that you do with your wife.
Shouldn't the man lead? Where's the man? Why is he not shutting this down? Why is this woman wearing a scantily clad outfit? Why is this whore tattooed to the nines? Like, what's going on here?
Unless that involves adding other people or something.
Leon, you thought Leaflet was bad? Look at Kirsch, the YouTuber, the VTuber. Didn't we do that already? I don't want to go back to the VTuber arc.
Thing of that nature.
It was fun, but I don't have the stomach to listen to grown adults behind cartoon child versions of themselves talking like this. Like I just can't do it.
Then the marriage bed is undefiled. So within the confines of marriage, as long as you are not including other people.
It sounds like you're struggling to define this, which means you probably shouldn't be doing what you're doing right now. You are an affront to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. You are embarrassing to Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. How did the whole VTuber thing start anyways? I had an entire axe to grind. If you must know. Why is the chat not on here? What the hell? I just selected everything. There it is. I always had my fucking opinion on VTubers and how they're subhuman creatures who are too ugly to actually show themselves. I went down the rabbit hole in finding out that there's something called VorTube, which is a VTuber who has a vor model where apparently hands stick out of the gut. And you know what? I had all the confidence in the world of just making a documentary about how depraved all this shit is. And then I gave up when I realized, oh my God, I have a life. I could just turn this shit off.
Or being abusive or anything like that.
Why do you talk like you're not aware of what's going on around you? Are you okay? Are you safe? Do you need a hug? Do you need a tissue paper? Why do you talk like this?
Hey.
Hey.
The marriage bed is undefiled, so.
The marriage bed is undefiled. All right, now give me his fucking take about whatever. Give me his stance. It better be good. It better be good. It better be good. It better be clear cut and to the point. I can't handle this. It's too slow. Faster, please.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Jeremy Hambley channel. If you enjoy content, please do make sure you subscribe and leave a like on the video. It is an interesting time out there right now. It feels like now more than ever. if you're a religious person, you might think demons are walking among us. If you aren't a religious person, you think, well, there's something in the water, or there.
Hey, crime has existed for decades. I don't necessarily think to myself, okay, now's the perfect time for us to reconcile with it, because it's existed for years, for decades, for centuries. Crime has been a thing.
There's something weird going on, and it is bizarre. Yesterday, a former an Army National Guardsman, purported to be hearing demons, decided to take the lives of 8 individuals.
Wait a minute. Where the fuck did we come up with the he started hearing demons thing? Did I miss a chapter in this? Did I miss a chapter? When the fuck did the demon aspect come out? And honestly, does it matter? No, because that's not the case in any other fucking example that could exist like this.
One, of course, being a baby. And this is a truly terrible story. It's, of course, already being politicized. Gavin Newsom, before the kids are even in the ground.
I wonder, while you are correct that it is being politicized, do you think that you're exempt from that when you open the video talking about the world and the demons in the Bible, which is something that's been politicized to death?
Talking about grabbing them weapons. You know, it is crazy to me that this stuff is happening. And I mean, to me, I think people need to go to church. But I'm not like that guy.
Yes. Because that's going to stop the motherfucker who's not in the church from blowing somebody's fucking head off. Right. Hey, everybody in the room, it's not like there's ever been a scenario where people have gone into a church and got shot in that church. No, never. No, never. There's never been an example where someone has gone into a church and killed people. No, never would have made it without you. Never. It's never fucking happened. It's never existed. We never did the damn thing. Never. There's never not one time, never one time in human history has somebody gone into a church and blown the fucking heads off of several fucking people. No, not one time. None. Not that I can remember. Not that I can recall. No. Because that just doesn't happen, apparently. That doesn't take stake in life, apparently. Never.
To put that on people. But to me, when I see this stuff, and it's
damn, it's only 9 of us on Twitch. Where y'all at? I mean, I'm thankful anybody bothers to watch me in a live setting. I appreciate the support all across the world, all across the board. You people are good people.
That lens, I think, man, this is a demon. And you can even talk about here, Louisiana lunatic Shamar Elkins made chilling remarks about demons weeks before taking his 7 kids and their cousins' lives. The deranged Army vet dad, who did what he did, confessed that he was drowning in dark thoughts and told his stepdad that some people don't come back from their demons, just weeks before the heinous incident, according to a report. Shamar Elkins, 31, erased his entire family. He had 8 kids, 7 kids, and 1 cousin was over, and seriously wounded 2 women believed to be his wife and girlfriend when he went on his rampage through Shreveport following an argument with his spouse around 6 a.m. Sunday morning. Just a week ago, on Easter Sunday, Elkins called his mother and his stepfather, Marcus, and chillingly told them that he was drowning in dark thoughts and wanted to end it all. His wife, Shaniqua, wanted a divorce. I told him, you can beat this stuff, man. I don't care what you're going through. You can beat it. Jackson told the publication. Then I remember him telling me some people don't come back from their demons. Maila Elkins said she was unclear on what the problems between her...
I'm not about to listen to this dude read an article. I do, however... I don't know why. I don't know why, but this fucker made a video recently. And in the midst of all the panic, he wants us to, I guess, laugh at a bunch of people who are on food stamps. Because now they can't... Maybe. I haven't watched this video. There was something about food stamps to where you can't buy certain things now. I'm going to stomach this for as long as I can, and then I'm going to get to the real meat of why I wanted to do this stream today.
What's on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and the new SNAP restrictions have hit, and, well, there's been a wide ripple effect, not just in the community of people who are on SNAP benefits, but in entire businesses that were clearly relying on SNAP being used for junk food far more than anyone knew. In fact, it looks like the American people were probably subsidizing 7-Eleven, just as one of them, as nearly 700 stores, seemingly closed right alongside the launch.
This was information anybody who was dedicated in figuring it out would have known about if they cared. Problem is, a lot of us didn't care until it became convenient to care.
Look, I want to be very clear. Everybody needs a little bit of help every once in a while. I don't care if somebody's on SNAP. That doesn't make you a bad person. That doesn't make you a grifter. That doesn't make you. It just means you need a little bit of help once in a while. But
which is ironic because months ago this fucker was happy about people being off SNAP benefits. I'm not watching this. I'm not watching this. I'm not watching this. I'm not watching. I'm not watching. I gave it all. I gave it my best shot. I gave it my best fucking shot. I truly did. I truly gave it my best fucking shot. I can't do it. I can't do it. And now Brittany Venti came out with a 40-minute video talking about the cry bully, the quartering, and I want to see what I've missed in the subject matter about this dumb fuck and how he's ran around trying his best to sound like a hero when he's just a bastard. Wait, Brittany, never be mad at me. How much coffee do I have to... Not knowing the context of any of this shit, why do you think the way to win a woman's heart is with coffee?
Let me tell you this about Venti.
Much as the host do either.
I would give everything I had to have babies with that girl.
Aren't you married? You would give everything you have, sir. Aren't you married? Aren't you married at this point?
Even though all my kids look like sharks, I mean, quote more.
Even though all my kids will look like sharks.
About Brittany Venti, nobody gives a fuck about that dumb bitch. I'm just trying to be nice to everybody. This gets me in trouble online, apparently. And those same dumbass whore women turn around and pretend like they weren't begging you for help and then try to paint you as some sort of creeper. I definitely want
to... It's the reason why women choose the bear. The quartering is the gimme a hug. He's the gimme the hug guy. He's a gimme a hug guy. No, I'm not no bad person. No.
have sex with Brittany Venti.
What's going on, everyone? Brittany from The Venting here. The quartering has gone woke, and everyone's channels are under attack. There's a lot of scandals and controversy with this, including the platforming, the Wisconsin bull, alcoholism, blackout streams, begging his audience for money when he's a multi-millionaire, being a simp trying to get a crumb of coochie from every attractive woman in any mile radius.
By the way, Lauren Southern's sister is also super fucking hot. Lauren Southern or Tommy Lahren? Lauren Southern, that's easy.
Aren't you married? See, this is the thing. You can't, it's a joke your way out of shit. Like, I'm sorry. Like, and maybe somebody says, like, oh, it's all just jokes. Listen, I'm only speaking for me. You can either agree with me or you could try to tell me to fuck off. But remember, yeah, that won't work. If you're in a committed relationship, I'm going to be put off by you talking about how you want to fuck other women. Like, I'm going to just be put off on it. If you're married, I'ma certainly be put off by that shit. Cause what you mean, bro? What about the confines of your marriage?
I think a girl with some hips. She got some hips. Tommy, fine. In my personal interactions with Lauren Southern, she's been wildly manipulative. And Lauren Southern, much like many of the other female conservatives, I thought was a friend of mine, only to find out later that they had a secondary DM group where they would talk garbage about me all the time.
I ain't gonna lie. You live on this world, you're probably being talked about by somebody. Sir, I could imagine a motherfucker's talking funny and bad about you if you talking publicly about how you want to fuck their sisters and them. I expect to be talked about.
And pathetic. She told me she was destitute too. She told me she had no money, then told me the offer I gave her, which was more than generous, wasn't enough money.
I've noticed that this is a repeated pattern of behavior. Jeremy goes to simp a woman, he expects something out of it for being a nice guy, and then when it doesn't work out, he becomes a sour simp.
To have white skull candy headphones, I think they're so cool. And I finally got myself some, and I was like, this is nice, this is nice, I'm upgrading. So.
Yeah, well, you could probably put it on your wiki feed or whatever, an Amazon wishlist or something. You're on wiki feed, did you know that? I usually peruse the comments.
You're on wiki feed. Now, class, Uncle Leon's kind of old, so he's gonna need y'all help. What the fuck is wiki feed? Now, the wiki part, I have a good guess what that is. But what the fuck? A wiki for people? What the fuck? What? You know what?
Benjamin Netanyahu, if you can hear this, please, Benjamin Netanyahu.
I'm in pain.
I usually peruse the comments. Now, cool, Cindy Watson. She talked massive amounts of shit about me in these feminist DM groups after I paid for everything with the Publica. It made me want to sue her. She never paid a single fucking penny for anything at that company. I lost $100,000 or more. Jeremy confirmed doormat. Yeah.
He throws money at them, expecting something a little more out of them while
Hey. Start the rapture.
Claiming that they're his friends. You don't really make intimate, romantically charged comments to your female friends, especially not when you're married and a conservative.
I don't like the fact that there are even a few of you in here that know what WikiFeet is. I might have to clean these fucking chats up. You nasty mother.
Jeremy Hanley from The Quartering got famous because he scammed the YouTube algorithm enough times with his milquetoast content, and any competition he would have had got banned off of the platform. He was an anti-cancel culture, anti-woke, free speech advocate, up until now, where he has successfully utilized his influence of 2 million subscribers and his, quote, non-Indian YouTube representative to get the Kino Casino banned. And the reason he felt that it was okay to do this? Harassment of his wife, aka cyberbullying.
No beef with you, bro, outside of a little bro thing you did, bro, by flagging down videos, bro, on YouTube, bro, because they made fun of you, bro. That's pretty soft, bro. That's softer than, like, Baby Jew, bro.
The Kino Casino.
That's weak ass shit, though. Because it's like, even though, like, logistically at the moment, it would be difficult for motherfuckers to prove that he did it. It's like, out of anybody you could suspect, he's in the front because he was DMing people that he could do it. He championed the idea of other people doing it. He signal boosted to his audience a way that they could do it subtly by claiming that motherfuckers were ban evading. It was right there. It's all right there laid out for people to see. But when you point at him, magically it's a fucking problem.
Casino is a comedy channel. They live stream on Kick, and they had a YouTube channel. And one of their segments was to make fun of Jeremy because of his constant need to overshare. He has a long history of oversharing, most infamously for his bowels being under attack.
The tooth is out there, pal.
I have anxiety diarrhea.
He has anxiety diarrhea.
I had like a diarrhea moment, and I was like, oh my god, I have to go. The men's room, and there was shit all over the place, all over the toilet, all like, it was overflowing on the toilet. It was on the back wall of the toilet. Well, just shit in the garbage can.
This turns into people tracking the literal trail of destruction he left behind.
So he's leaving a trail of smears all the way from the shoe section to the electronics department.
Yeah, there was a little bit on the ground because nobody shops for shoes at Walmart.
What?
Yeah, like,
shit in the shoe? Buddy, he's gonna shit in the shoe box. Buddy, not a shoe poo. And some lady is gonna have to clean it up. Jan.
I hit the back wall.
It's another detour. So like, this guy's not drawing it in real time. There is a little bit of shit that's going down Jeremy's leg and hitting the floor.
I'm on the home stretch. With each step, a little more is coming out.
Unfortunately, Jeremy could not make the bathroom in time, leaving his usual racing stripes in his underwear.
You know, women probably never had to clean pee off the toilet seat before they lived with a man. Women probably never had to wash.
Right. That must mean you're fucking disgusting. Say, bruh, little tip for everybody. If you're gonna cohabitate with somebody, all your nasty fucking lazy ass deeds that you've done by yourself, don't bring that to a space you share with other people. You will be viewed as fucking disgusting.
Wash racing stripes on underwear before living with men.
It's really no wonder why he's in a committed relationship with his bidet.
When I travel now, the bidet is a thing I miss. I mean, I'll just say it. I miss it more than I miss my wife and I miss my dog. No. For $200,000 a year, I'm going barehanded picking up each turd pile. I don't even care.
And poor Jeremy just doesn't seem to understand why we make fun of it.
I don't pee on toilet seats. The fuck does that mean? So if you're not a man, I'm assuming you're a man. Sorry if I'm assuming genders. The way he words it makes it seem like this motherfucker just lazily pulls his dick out and piss just spews out any and every way and he just leaves. I'm not explaining the rest of this. Roll the fucking toilet seat up.
Even though he's openly sharing it, as if that magically makes it less gross.
Nope, sorry, Walmart janitor. I hope the comment was worth it, but no panic diarrhea. I guess I'm not allowed to share stories because if I share a story, it gets turned around against me. Even though I willingly.
Welcome to the internet, Jeremy.
Poor Jer Bear can't overshare anymore. You do still have a YouTube channel to overshare on, don't you, Jer Bear? He acts like he's okay with people making fun of him, and he said this over and over, but clearly he isn't. If now he can't overshare, he immediately tries to deplatform people for making fun of him because his wife is off the table. She's not an internet person.
Spent much time thinking about how to best handle the issues with harassment and cyberbullying in Magic. My wife has long been a victim of these actions. No evidence of that, of course. His wife is a nobody. No one would know who she is if she wasn't married to him. So I find that.
Oh no! I, as a grown man, would not know about the Thequartering'S wife. Well, primarily because of Kino Casino, but also because this dumb fuck keeps, for some reason, bringing up his fucking wife and whatever she's into or not into, or whatever the fuck he's doing and how she's not into that. Motherfucker, stop. The most personal I've been with you motherfuckers, with any individual in my family, is letting you know my grandmother's dead. That's it. I got nothing else for y'all. And the reason I got nothing else for y'all is because it's my choice. It's my choice. Didn't I tell you all how I fucking lost skin on my fucking forehead because I skidded on the fucking concrete? And about your cousin occasionally? It's because my cousin's a dumbass. This fucker, I did tell y'all, like, 20 minutes ago, this fucker texted me about Madden, and I'm very much upset. Very much upset. Very hurt by that. Very much. Very much. You hear me? Very much.
And that extraordinarily hard to believe.
Oh, buddy! And he's like, I'm being harassed, and my wife is getting these phone calls and these packages in the mail, and death threats. Provide some proof there, Jerry Smollett. There's no proof of any of this. And by the way, even if there was, we have nothing to do with that. He's using his wife as a human shield to silence criticism.
During all of this crybullying he did, talking about how they're harassing his wife for making jokes on details that he elected to share on stream about his own life. You would think with someone saying that their wife is a non-internet person that they wouldn't go and post her on their community tab after crying about harassment. But not only that, Jeremy Hambully here decided to actually call his wife to come on stream to try to get more donations utilizing her body.
Once she comes down, I'm going to let her off the hook quick. I'm just have her do the job, show her boobs to everyone as Nick promised. Yep. But only if you ordered can you look. And then I'll read every single super chat and respond to every single one of them. There she is. Hi.
Funny how he's not very protective of his wife when it comes to her dignity.
There's a guy at work who claimed that vegan veg didn't smell. Well, I can tell you this. My wife has been a vegetarian, and you can tell the difference.
You don't just get to make someone part of your content and mention them constantly. You know, suddenly declare, actually, she's a private person when it's convenient.
Are you more or less attracted to me right now than you were 10 minutes ago?
I think you really want to know the answer to that.
Oh my, wait a minute. Oh my God. What was that picture?
Are you more?
Oh my God. Oh my fucking, what happened? Don't cut that beard ever again. That's nasty.
Or less attracted to me right now than you were 10 minutes ago.
I think you really want to know the answer to that.
And the most interesting part here is that apparently she put him up to this whole thing of getting them deplatformed. He says it here in the message himself. But also, my wife is not an internet person. Absolutely guilty of hypocrisy. Let's talk about the mythos of the Wisconsin Bull. Jeremy has a friend, a long-term friend, that he often mentions by first name on his own stream, and it turns out that this guy, who publicly had his full name on Twitter as his username, with his profile picture of himself, people found his Reddit account and figured out that he frequents cuckolding subreddits. Him and his wife proactively partake in swinging, and Jeremy brings him around him and his wife.
Bro, bring your fucking wife's big old boobs and bring her over to our house. It's 9:20. I think you could be to my house by 10. I want to see your wife's big old boobs at my house in a hot tub. Hot tub's toasty, ready for you, bud.
Upon discovering this Wisconsin Bull, people found out that he also had a DV record, a very long criminal record. And Jeremy's over here inviting this guy over, and the Wisconsin Bull's wife comes over to Jeremy's house to clean, which is odd because from looking through his stuff, he seems pretty wealthy.
Shout out to his wife. She is here helping keep our house clean.
But we're the crazy ones for talking about his open marriage. So that's why people start talking about the Bull. He claims in his DMs with Josh Moon that he totally didn't know about this guy's swinging, which is contradicted later on that week where Jeremy goes on stream and says he's going to play darts with him next week.
Our world, the abyss, and reality itself will unravel. You must restore.
Is Adam coming over today? No, we have darts probably next week.
But meanwhile, in Josh Moon's DMs, it's him calling him the fairy word and he didn't know about this degeneracy. He said he converted to Christianity after Charlie Kirk's death, and yet he continues to live this lifestyle. And not only that, but if you look at his thumbnails, he often features very intimately provocative thumbnails. And even after this, the Bull still had his own special role in Jeremy's Discord. The one doing the most damage to Jeremy's marriage is himself. And maybe the Wisconsin Bull as well. And that's not the only instance of this weird open marriage kind of thing that he pretends to not have. He talks about how he doesn't get too personal with his female employees.
As a general rule, I don't try to get too...
This is not true. It's a guy fixated. It's various clips of this motherfucker being overly personal about shit that nobody... Like, listen, game is game for whoever the fuck chooses it to be game. But when the fuck could I have ever in my life found myself telling women about the shits I take? That's not something that would be in my upper echelon of ideas to bring up. Like, I'm just saying. Like, I don't know. Sailor Coon, you're a woman. Your pussy get wet if a man talk to you about how much he takes a shit. Like, I gotta factor in equal understanding here, lady. Like, I would need
too personal with my female employees or cohorts. I don't ask them a lot of questions like that. You know, I just keep it to business. That's how you stay out of trouble, and you stay, you know, keep everybody feeling comfortable. And
but then proceeds to talk about his co-host Melanie Mack's breasts.
If you're in the chat worried about where Melanie Mack is, stop being such a fucking loser. You guys don't know I'm a boob guy anyway. I like my boobs, you know, 2 scoops full.
And his co-host is a now married and has been a Christian woman for quite some time now.
Didn't he say that after everybody found out that she got married? This motherfucker was like being overly weird in regards to Melody, and she's been dating this motherfucker for fuck knows how long, and then got married the same fucking week as we're all witnessing controversy around this motherfucker trying to get her to watch a movie, or not a movie, a game with him alone, like everything around that would make you look bad. And even with it being something where it's much to do about nothing, which was apparently claimed by Melanie, it's all much to do about nothing. So you know what? I'm gonna take her at her fucking word. I'm gonna take the lady at her fucking word. Even if that to be the case, wouldn't you, as a smart individual, decide, you know what? I'm not about to sit here and have this be a recurring issue. So whatever fucking fun little quips we were doing that was fun for us, it's causing problems. It's causing too much that nobody once intended. We're going to sit back. We're going to sit back on this subject matter. We're going to sit back on this subject matter and make it to where it's not a thing that happens again. That's easy. Oh, you're capitulating to all these different people. No, I'm making sure that no one ends up embarrassed. Nobody has to feel as though they have to answer for something that's just not true in their life or anyone else's life. None of it. It's just that quick and easy. That's called being responsible with how you interact with people online. And it's a mistake, damn. It's a mistake that many people don't tend to, damn. That's a mistake many people tend to not realize is possible, because it's easier for them to, I guess, perform and make it seem like, oh no, I'm never gonna bend the knee. Annoyances occur online because motherfuckers continue to allow shit to happen and it shouldn't happen. All you gotta do is just, all right, we're gonna cut back on all this shit. It ain't even something you gotta negotiate with anybody. If you feel as though problems will arise because motherfuckers will now sit there and keep making controversy out of shit, bro, just look within yourself and cut that shit the fuck out. Because if you cut it out, you won't have to deal with anything after the fact, and it'll be fine. But no, I gotta worry about motherfuckers capitulating to the woke.
But just a disclaimer, she says that she's okay with this, but I just wanted to point this out, that he's very hypocritical and is constantly lying, especially about not getting too personal with women.
I, like, hot take, there are exceptions, but I also don't think men and women should be hanging out as friends that often. You know,
I agree, unless they're both like...
That's that weird set of circumstances put in place by motherfuckers who don't trust themselves around women. I'm 26 years old. The women in my life, they know I'm the best option you got in terms of a crisis just because I'm close by. But if you need law enforcement, you got to call law enforcement. Don't call me for any potential issues that involve your crimes. Can we take a second to watch you just put the beats to Sandman? No.
Single, but if they're like in relationships, married.
When I used to work in the office, it'd be like work wives. I was like, nah, dude, like that's weird.
I did try some woman.
Yes, work wives are weird. However, when you sit up here and then talk as if you have two work wives, that tends to be a problemo.
Breast milk at work, and apparently it really pissed off my wife, and I didn't know it was going to be a big deal.
Oh,
she was like,
I can understand why that would make her upset.
yes.
I would have been upset
No,
too.
I definitely didn't.
Yeah.
And then, like,
also, why did she offer it to you? Was this the one that was like, "You're my work husband"?
yes, that's who it was.
He's like so against work wives, but then he'll drink their breast milk when they call him their work husband. And not only that, he's now telling his female coworkers about this. Totally inappropriate. And that's not the only time he's done that. Obviously, you guys saw the clips at the start of the video.
Let me tell you this about Venti. I
would give everything I had to have babies with that girl.
Then when I called him out on trying to deploy...
Listen to me and listen to me hard. Don't... Even if you were single, don't say this shit about women you're not dating. Like, don't say this shit about women you ain't fucking dating, bro. The recipe for disaster is sitting right there. And if you fall into that fucking trap, everything that happens in consequence is your fault. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? It doesn't need to happen. It doesn't need to occur this way.
Platform the Kino Casino, his tune changed.
I really think you guys can do it. If you double the amount of time you're spending on my stream being mad, I think Brittany might actually see it, and she might let you touch a boob.
He's
I mean, she did see it, and she retweeted my tweet of me and Chris getting you to fucking react to the fucking the fucking question about her her having like 7 women say that you've been weird with them in private and DMs, and for her to release it. So, you know, if that's the equivalent to touching a boob, well, hopefully that's the nip. Because Chris was too satisfied. And you know what? I was satisfied about it too. Because getting a motherfucker to react is exactly what the fuck you want when you decide to antagonize in a live setting. It's a fun thing to do and think about.
Pretending like he never simped for me. He's a sour simp.
Don't know what.
Quote more about Brittany Venti. Nobody gives a fuck about that dumb bitch. Are you joking? You guys do, because she's about 40 and she's still single and childless.
Whatever happened to not embarrassing yourself in public, especially on the internet? Well, one problem is that it became monetary for people to do. So, you know, on that front, you've lost people. On that core value of a fucking conversation, you've lost people, because there's always going to be like the ire of wanting to do something for social media engagement. Because, you know, social media engagement tends to be like the driving force for a lot of people. So on that front, that's what happened. Another thing is we've gotten rid of the idea of shame, which is how you got circumstances like about 40 minutes ago when we were looking at the guy who's like, I'm against pedophilia, but apparently his entire algorithm is nothing but things that would lead to individuals being worried about what he has on his hard drive. So, you know, those are the simple aspects of it. Oh my God, Sandman, don't hit me. Sandman, stop hitting me. Don't do those things. Don't do those very bad things.
It turns out he's the one with fertility issues, considering his search history. He also says that he was trying for a family with his wife, and they still don't have kids.
Trying to start a family. I've been feeling really stressed.
And
wait a minute, he did say that like after Charlie Kirk died. Oh, I've been thinking about having a family. Ooh, I've been thinking about having kids. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Forgive me for not knowing the structure of the body of women. But isn't it more of a health risk for women to have kids as they get older? Or was I, or did I believe propaganda about the ladies? Did I believe propaganda about the ladies, or is there some truth to that?
And it's fine that they couldn't have children, but I think his comments are a little bit insensitive to his wife, aren't they? So this whole thing is just a projection. Down to the part where he talks about my cat and using the litter box.
Hopefully she can get enough money to pay somebody to clean her cat's litter boxes and maybe think about marrying her. Maybe one of you guys could do it.
Meanwhile, he can't even make the toilet himself and he has to piss in his basement.
I just peed in my basement.
And shitting himself in the Walmart. How much do you want to bet that if Gina Carano came out and said that she was against Jeremy's deplatforming, that he would become a sour simp for her too?
Okay, how much does Gina love me out of 10? Either a 9 or an 11. Which one is it? Gina and I could do an excellent on-screen romance where like I'm the best friend. I'm like her best friend, but I pine after her, and then she just keeps banging all.
This is the weirdest shit. I ain't gonna lie. I've heard some weird shit from people, but this is like, it's like top 20 of like shit said online that's just like, bro, what are we doing? Like, what do we? I have this great fantasy where I'm a cock. Oh yeah, and oh, you got a little bit of dry cum on you. Oh God, ooh, God, oh, this dry cum. Oh God, it just makes me feel bad. Like, why would you get on camera and say this, even in a joking manner? Like, what the fuck? Yeah, my mom had a child in her 40s and she had to be seen all the time. Oh, poor child, poor wife, poor mom. Mother's Day is coming up. I might fight my mother. And you might hear me say that and be like, what the fuck? My mother would whoop my ass. I'm talking about put the beats to Leon. We got boxing gloves. We could just go at it. Y'all would see Leon get his ass whooped. And that's just honest. Because if there's anything that I truly am, it's an honest man. And I feel as though there's fights I can win, and there's fights that's going to take a lot out of me to win.
All these other dudes.
That's one of them.
In his own fantasy, he's a cock.
And then we live happily ever after. Like, I think we could do that. She could just keep hooking up with fit dudes, MMA dudes, and then like they don't make her laugh, you know? They don't.
Oh, they don't make you laugh, Gina. But they make you moan. Let me dig the semen out of you, Gina. Like, what is this shit?
Get her.
And then there's me. Oh, you look tired. Did you bang another dude tonight? Oh, sweet. And then like my heart's breaking, you know?
And all of this is what makes it so funny that he tweets Neil deGrasse Tyson about him cheating on his wife. He DM'd me while he was married asking if my friend was single. Didn't Jesus say to not throw stones or something? Meanwhile, his wife is attractive. She keeps herself in shape. She takes care of herself. And what does he do? He continuously humiliates her and walks around like a slob dressed in his poopy palette. He should put some coffee brand coffee on those dark circles of his. You know.
Oh, God. Also, I want to show y'all something. Because it was brought to my attention randomly, and who knows if this gets me in trouble in the long run. Who knows? Like who knows if this gets me in trouble in the long run? Who knows? We'll find out at some point. But he posted his wife, and it's just like clearly steps have been lost here. Like clearly. Like, and call me the cynical bastard or the pro-feminist or whatever buzzwords you got. But if we not getting fat and ugly together, we getting sexy and lean together. Ain't no one or the other. It ain't no one gonna be one and the other gonna be the other. You gotta be both. And why is his tongue out at me? Jesus Christ. It's just fucking nasty. Oh, God. Oh, God. That's just back-to-back whiplash. Ugh. Just nasty. Just nasty. Listen. That's the face of somebody who will beg you to sit on their nose. And it's just like, you have to be content with being disappointed by that. You have to be happy with being disappointed that you're getting that offer from this face.
So long as it's not 100% genetic. In some cases it is, but in his case, he just looks tired, which is bad branding for his coffee. But anyway, now that you guys have the context of the bull and how he didn't want that out there, you can see why people would want to talk about this, especially considering Jer is a Christian conservative, building his entire brand off of free speech. His lack of transparency is what led to him having to message Josh Moon as a third party for a financial audit, which we'll get into later. And he has a massive melty threatening to go Karen mode at the Kick CEO to try to get the Kino Casino deplatformed on there as well.
This was bitch league shit. Because you're running to the guy, doesn't he own Kiwi Farms? You're running to the guy who would be anti-deplatforming, telling him, hey, you know what I'm about to do? I'm about to try to reach out to the fucking owner of another website and try to get some people banned. And that wouldn't work. And the sick part is this motherfucker was promoting Rumble after the channels got banned. And mind you, I wouldn't trust Rumble. Because if they were to go to Rumble and this motherfucker puts a phone call in and they channel go away there, then what? Then what are we doing?
Specifically target their livelihood, and how reasonable he's being to make it so that they cannot criticize him or the details about his life that he has elected to overshare. He even says, I'm not mundane Matt. My viewers 100% support this. Translation, I can get away with it.
Oh my God. I could dick swing my supporters into believing that I'm the victim here. He's done that before. He did that with the $300,000 in debt. Oh my God, I need help, guys. Like the wokies came after me and shut down my fucking coffee business. Please give me $300,000. I could imagine. There's a world. There. You know, motherfuckers in these alternate realities. There's an alternate reality where this motherfucker got herpes. And he makes a YouTube video saying the woke infected me with herpes. Please, I need this money because I heard about this potential cure. And the sick part is when I say that, everyone who heard me say that will hear it and be like, I'm not giving you money. But the problem is there are people out there that will be like, oh, we'll show those wokies. Fuck Kamala Harris. Get your non-cure for AIDS.
Tell me you are not flagging videos already.
Though Jeremy consistently has not taken accountability for it, he does directly admit he threatened them after the fact about taking down their channel. He also doubled down and refused to apologize to them directly, which further encouraged his audience to help try to get the Kino Casino deplatformed, and subsequently causing a mass flagging campaign where now every locale is trying to take free speech away and deplatform their critics. Because
that's crazy. It's nothing but small clip channels getting harassment and cyberbullying strikes for nothing. So, you know, if your boy goes away for a week, you know, the coffee man then got him. But I am someone who toes the line nice and tight, Because I am on my knees for daddy YouTube. Unless it was that random day where I got a strike because I was watching something that it made me say I hate women.
Because Jeremy set the precedent that it's okay to do so.
Why would you flag me? Don't flag me. Flag the Kino Casino guys.
Quartering gets to start a mass flagging campaign, all while he gets to cry about how he's the one that's actually under attack.
No evidence of that, of course.
So no, this isn't only drama and gossip. This has to do with a more serious topic of free speech and being able to tell jokes about someone without them crying harassment. And after the Kino Casino was suspended from YouTube, Jeremy knows this because he covers the news, entertainment. This was the #1 thing trending on entertainment on X. And he proceeds to post his birthday card that is casino themed. Even if it was legitimate, you would think, if I don't want people to think that I did it, maybe don't post it right when they get banned and it's trending on Twitter.
Listen, I say if he did it, have some balls. Just be like, you know what? See what happens when you fuck around, you find out with me. I got this fucking YouTube rep where if I just make that phone call, bam, you motherfuckers is gone. Bam, you motherfuckers is out of here. Have some balls. But because that's clearly something a lot of these conservative YouTubers lack when you confront them, you get a motherfucker pining for, maybe I did, maybe I didn't, maybe someone else did it. And these drunken tirades in the middle of the fucking night about how your life's going to shit.
A weak moment, he did threaten to report them, but he totally didn't do it, even though he literally leaked an email showing that he reported a channel.
Quartering caught flagging in 4K! Literally. Just want to point out, it wasn't our $10,000 a month because it wasn't our channel, and we weren't getting the money from it. It was our editor Flake, who has a newborn fucking baby at home and a wife to fucking take care of, who had his 6-figure a year income taken away.
Just a bummer people are mad at me for no reason. For no reason! He pokes the bear several other times as well, and he flexes his Rumble contract that, quote, allows him to do this, as he said to Josh Moon. He's able to do it through Rumble's money, and the owner seems to be fine with it.
Strong message from me that you need to get your creators in line. You need to send a strong message.
What a great endorsement of the Rumble platform. You're perfectly fine with one of your creators on any platform getting it to where, hey, we can absolutely 100% start promoting shutting down other people's fucking channels. Great job. Great endorsement, Rumble. How very pro-free speech of you. I love it. I love the free speech of the Rumble. The Rumble is the great... Isn't that how Rumble is touted with that shitty-ass fucking UI? About how, Rumble is so great. Rumble's the best place ever. Rumble's the best place to do this, to do that, to do this, to do that. And yet, the UI sucks. Only a certain amount of motherfuckers make what I would assume is guaranteed money off of contracts alone. And the payout is something not a lot of people have ever talked about off of Rumble because they're finicky on it. And you know what? Fair. Be finicky about it. But you're not really going to get people to show up on this platform if you can't tell motherfuckers about the benefit of being on said platform. Rumble, I have enjoyed. Like, it's gotten the quiet laugh out of me. The various amount of words that got bull in it. And how that's just led to this motherfucker to just have to see that constantly. I love it. To me, it's not a lot. It's just a small laugh. In the grand scheme, just one little small laugh. And that's all you ever really could get out of life is a small laugh. The more we get some small laughs, the more I think we as a society will be a little bit better in what we do.
Message that you're not going to support people deplatforming critics because that is a slippery slope, one that I don't think DC really wants to travel down. You're going to lose a lot of your strong supporters. And I highly recommend thinking about fixing this.
Well, you know what? Our representative is going to get you to platform so you can go on our platform. It's so weird how he's saying he's not taking sides. And Cryboy Hambley here is the one doing this when he's built his entire platform on free speech and making jokes at other people's expenses, including their spouses.
Your wife has a son now, or a daughter, I'm told. Good for her and the father and stuff like that. And dwelling on other people is a recipe for continued failure, Matt. Focus on yourself. Focus on your wife's child. Focus on making things better off the internet.
And building his whole career on criticizing people and pointing and laughing at them when they say it's harassment. But he's not allowed to be criticized or joked about.
Even comedians can't post their content without getting struck down. It's getting scary.
And in my opinion...
Yeah, bro, I bet it would be scary sitting here trying to virtue signal with a bunch of conservatives who are too chicken shit to actually do a crumb of fucking research in order to fucking better understand what it is that they want to be informed about by a fat fuck who's trying to shell them coffee at the same fucking time. Who's only just doing it for the sake of the game so that he can pop a view instead of just holding true to whatever value that he has. But he doesn't have any value. He doesn't have an actual point to make. He just has to say a take that conservatives will agree with enough so that he could be comfortable saying, hey, also subscribe and buy my coffee.
Another tell that the quartering is not for free speech is that he steals content. If you go on his shorts page, there are endless videos, just video after video of him doing a 5-second intro of saying, look at this crazy clip. And then it just cuts to the clip and it's like 3 minutes long.
Oh, we know about this. Oh, not the compilation.
Check this out. Check this out.
Well, here we go.
And this is like let me know what you think in the comments.
What do you think?
Check this out.
No transformative content, no edits or anything. Not even a conclusion at the end. And he does.
Hey, whoa, hold on now. The edit is the transition. No? Okay.
This is because he has nothing to add.
If you don't laugh at this, go see a therapist.
Hey! What? He just uploads his slop, like his short slop, to feed the algorithm, and it's the only thing inflating his channel's numbers outside of him buying a bunch of advertisement.
I've got to do a bunch of low effort short slop that everyone's really mad about. I've got to do that, even though everyone does it, and instead of complaining about it, you could just do it yourself.
As a quote-unquote free speech advocate, he does not understand why stealing content, rendering their content and speech useless, taking money and views away from them potentially, he does not understand why this is bad. But he's free to try to take down the Kino Casino for ban evading, for breaking the rules. But he can break the rules, and you're just jealous. Jeremy has a history of repeated blackout streams. He seems to have a very...
Wait a minute. Correct me. But wasn't... The whole ban evading thing doesn't really make sense if YouTube unbans a channel. Because didn't they unban... Well, what's the guy's name? Didn't they unban Warski? So how the fuck would you be ban evading if YouTube on a random fuck of a day said, hey, I know we banned you at one point, but come on back, bro. Come on back. Like, that's not ban evading. That's just YouTube allowing you back on the fucking website.
Bad alcohol problem. And one of these streams that's very well known is the pissing in his basement stream.
My wife went out for pizza without me, and I'm angry about it. So I'm going to win this round, and I'm going to pee. If I don't win this round, I'm going to pee in my own basement. I'm not taking a pause to pee. Oh, I'm almost about to pee my pants. I got to pee so bad. Get up! No! I just peed in my basement. If you want to watch a streamer that wants to pee in the potty, go watch someone else. Have I pissed on the floor yet while my wife is out with the Jewish bull? You're right. No, not yet.
And this is another reason that people were critical of him, including the Kino Casino. He just constantly has dead air, and he's a bad entertainer.
Okay. You know what? I've suffered from this. I'm suffered from a gap in being able to continuously be entertaining enough for an audience. It's a comical fucking thing that occurs for almost every streamer. The way to beat it is to get better at it. Maybe have some music in the background, but I feel like that's the bitch's way out. I want to be able to fucking keep people entertained as best as I can throughout the entirety of a fucking stream. I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to have you motherfuckers engaged. I understand my own shortcomings. That's why I gotta get better at it. That's why I dedicate more time to streaming. Because if I dedicate more time to streaming, I learn. And I get better at giving my fucking input. So that you don't have to hear... for any length of time.
How? 1, 2, 3,
it's like 5 so
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Doobie doobie doo.
That doesn't count.
8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Holy, bro. That's insane broadcast, bro.
They don't call him dead air Jer for nothing.
Calling what the Quartering makes content is generous because a lot of it is just filler. Another example of his filler content is him over-explaining his technical issues that he seems to have like every show.
Close OBS, so they just stay on and overheat. They're constantly giving me problems like this.
Oh, yeah.
And past the Amazon thing.
Why say the story?
And if it's not one of those two things, it'll be him asking how everyone's weekend is going.
How's everyone's weekday going? It's only Wednesday. Yeah. A little Wednesday, I never heard nobody. A little Wednesday afternoon. Hey, is it Wednesday? I might be stupid. Oh, it is Wednesday. I'm semi-smart still.
What's everyone got going on this weekend?
Would you like some content with your filler, sir?
What are you guys going up to?
Fail.
What are you guys up to this weekend?
So I think you can understand at this point why Jeremy's a lol count and why people, including the Kino Casino, milk him for content. And he's only making it bigger every time he has a meltdown on Twitter and then deleting the tweets after. He loves to hide the evidence, constantly tweeting drunk and then deleting the tweets, all while begging his fans to support him and pay for his lifestyle. So let's get into the finance and grifting segment. You'll find that Jeremy oscillates between two polarities, and this is just one example of it. 1 second, it's guys, I'm very successful. well, I don't need to go on Caleb Hammer's show, which, by the way, was one of the components that started all of this for him having his melty. The Kino Casino asked to audit his finances because of this constant confliction of saying he's rich but he's poor. And they wanted a third party like Caleb Hammer to go over his finances. And then he agreed and backed out. And the Quartering will even joke about firing his staff. And it's not really a joke because he actually did do it and says that he's poor, he can't afford his assistant, he fired...
If you can't, like, I might be the oddest man on the planet. Again, another brave take from little old Leon here. But the job of being a YouTuber who reads the news or gives his take on said news does not need a staff, does not need an extra employee, does not need a co-host unless you're going the route of doing something with a friend. Why the fuck do you pay these individuals thousands of dollars for minimal fucking effort? These people suck. Their input sucks. But I have this unique fear, and there will be no way to prove it. My unique fear is that if this was all for free, these people wouldn't be here. I feel like he pays his guest. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. But there's no benefit to being on a podcast with the Quartering. You can't even say like you would get views, you would get you wouldn't. Not anything of note. It would just primarily be a group of motherfuckers who might consider watching you, but other than that, fart, nigga. Like this shit is not something lucrative. It's a podcast. And the fact that he has all this is another thing. Apparently, and this is from his own mouth. You got motherfuckers who will have everything based around one setup. This motherfucker apparently has 4 setups. For what? Doesn't little Leon run 3 different channels and still has time for 2? I mean, like running these channels, let's be honest here. The cooking channel is more like my own fucking fun. I'm not sitting here. Listen. Props to all these motherfuckers who make content centered around food. Major fucking props. But oh, for the love of God. Oh, for the love of God. I just can't do it. I can't do it. And the reason I can't do it is because, Jesus, I'm not about to sit up here for X amount of fucking days and prop a fucking camera up and record myself making food. Especially some shit I don't know how to make, and if I fuck it up, then it's just over. Wait a minute. Why the fuck is my cousin texting me to legally get access to the NBA Youngboy documentary and send it to him? I'm not sending you shit, nigga. Fuck you.
Luke Rosowski. And that's another thing they made fun of him for, was his constant e-begging, his constant crowdfunding, even though he claims to be a multimillionaire. Jeremy loves to guilt his audience. He'll say things like, I never go on vacation.
A night that might actually lead to me taking a day off work. I haven't taken a day off work in 3 years.
Fuck you. Literally nothing of substance is requiring you to feel that fucking way. Listen. If I ever, and it's probably going to come up around September, am not here, the gimmick that I and many others do, because, you know, we want to keep a structured schedule going, will pre-record videos and schedule them days in advance. And maybe a motherfucker will let you know that, hey, I'm going to be gone for a while, so whatever trending thing occurs, I'm not going to be here for it. But over fucking all, it wouldn't even matter. And the reason it wouldn't matter is because it's fucking news. It's basic ass content that anybody could get from anywhere else. But because I live in a world where you gotta fucking, I guess, have the most bombastic take or follow this person for a specific type of news, like, no, I don't know, a transgender shooting up a school, and that's only important because, oh, all these fuckers are making fun of Trump, but I gotta get y'all back on fucking track.
How's my dick supposed to jump off of all of this information you just gave me, man?
I've been watching the VODs. What happened to your anonymous sugar? What the fuck? First of all, why on God's green earth would I know the answer to that? Why would I know the answer to that? I appreciate the bit, though.
But if I go on Nick's stream later and I can generate another 1,000 sales on Coffee Brand Coffee, I might actually take tomorrow off.
If my channel makes it through this Christmas, it'll be a huge miracle.
He's begged for his audience to bail him out for overspending on coffee, which is a repeated theme that he overspends money, by the way.
I shipped way too many Mother's Day gift boxes to Amazon. If I don't move through at least half of what I sent there, Coffee Brand Coffee is going out of business. That's how bad it is. But now I've marked it down 10. I may have to mark it down.
Jesus Christ, how many times am I going to have to hear about Coffee Brand fucking coffee going out of business? Is that the character arc? Can it go out of business? Can somebody... It'll probably have to be me, because I'm the only one who still has access to the fucking Discord. Because to this day, I'm still in the Discord. It's just filled with people who are all excited to be a part of this shit. They were promoting it. They were having fun. But then this fucker moved everything to Amazon and fucked over all those people. And they still are left in the dark about it. They don't know. They have to sit there and wonder, like, is anything going to be announced at some point? Is anybody going to be able to tell them something? They can't get a support ticket. They can't reach out to anybody. This dumb fuck is never in that fucking server. These motherfuckers was left high and fucking dry. And he's just running around. Oh my God, this company's going out of business. 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 You're a con man.
You know, more literally, Coffee Brand Coffee is in huge trouble. It's extinction level event. I'm not like, this isn't a shill. This isn't a grift. I'm asking for a bit of a bail.
It is absolutely 100% a shill. It's absolutely 100% a grift, because you would not maybe one time, if it was one time, somebody could say, all right, one time, hopefully people help them. Brother, it's happened too many times. You've done this gimmick too many times. We've done this song and dance too many fucking times. It's getting repetitive.
Bailout.
Meanwhile, he can somehow afford a saltwater fish tank, plus paying someone to clean the fish's poop, the fish Janny. Jeremy loves his Jannies to clean up his mess.
Pick up the broom.
Wait. What was the final straw for you, Leon? When he got on camera and told people that a leftist is trying to fuck over his business, and he never showed any evidence. And when asked about it, he never showed anybody any evidence.
And sweep it up.
He's getting banned. Watch.
He better not ban him. He better not. He actually banned him for just asking how your weekend. Bro, he's gonna lose so many people.
He can apparently afford a $10,000 RC race car track.
How much? Well, it was about $10,000 to do this. If you do it yourself, probably it's going to be $4,000 to $5,000. If you're not a lazy, fat, smelly bum like me, that shipping container was like $5,000 or $6,000.
Contractor installs such as solar vents and lighting.
And inside, I've run power. I'm not going to include that. That's like a luxury. And Huck's pooping on my track. Thanks, bud.
New garage, gym, car lift, car
all
wash.
this information you just gave me, man.
You're not the only one who wants the business to go under. The business, I honestly, if we get like my Coffee Brand Coffee business, it's over. It'll be the celebration that everybody wants, because this fucker has done such a disservice to the idea of running a business. It's honestly fucking sad. The idea of running a business through this motherfucker is essentially saying, hey, I want to die from financial illiteracy.
Studio, sets, and an RV.
What's the status of the garage gym? We have all the permitting done. I want to have a car wash in there. Like, every man would love to have a car wash in the garage, right?
But then he'll turn around and criticize other people for taking money and overspending it.
People stealing my money and then living better than I do. I think that these ghetto fucks would come through with a brand new iPhone and have a $0 copay on like.
I'm sorry. What was that earlier about all these motherfuckers on SNAP benefits and how you want to feel bad for them? What was that? What was that? I seem to remember like that video. Hold on. Let me just, for a brief moment. Hold it, grasp it, fuck it if you want.
But I think even people who, everybody needs a little bit of help every once in a while.
Oh. Now what was that?
And then
And then
Then he'll turn around gym, car lift, car wash, studio, sets, and an RV.
What's the status of the garage gym? We have all the permitting done. I want to have a car wash in there. Like, every man would love to have a car wash in their garage, right?
But then he'll turn around and criticize other people for taking money and overspending it.
people stealing my money and then living better than I do. I think that these ghetto fucks would come through with a brand new iPhone and have a $0 copay on like $4,000 worth of medication that they were just selling anyway. Just because I can pay my bills now doesn't mean I think, people should be buying name brand shit and all this other stuff when they're...
Oh, but what was that?
I don't care if somebody's on Snap. That doesn't make you a bad person.
Oh!
That doesn't make you a grifter. That doesn't make you... It just means you need a little bit of help once in a while.
That tune didn't change dramatically.
When I'm paying for it.
Except his fans are the ones paying for it. He begs them, guilts them, say he's gonna go out of business, turn around and buy a bunch of luxury goods by his own description, and then just keep asking for more. It's crazy that in his own mind, he thinks he treats his audience well by like spamming them with ads on ads, having them pay more money to get discounts on things. So like spending...
What the fuck? Join the rebel... I hate this too. Why did you blackface Diana? How dare you blame me? Are you accusing a black man of blackface in the year 2026? How dare you? 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 Didn't even know my camera was still on. How dare you? How dare you?
Money to have to spend more money. And then the content that he charges them for is just the same content that he already had.
I'm sorry, but the gimmick of charging people for content.
How's my dick supposed to jump off of all of this information you just gave me, man?
It needs to be like content that's not going to be for the public. It'll never be like a released later type thing. Like if you wanted to make separate videos unrelated to a bunch of shit, or if you just want to like talk a little bit of shit and you don't want nobody else to see it, bro, like it's right there. It's fine to do, and it wouldn't be a problem. But because motherfuckers want to think like the best time of our lives is to fucking, I guess, for the sake of humanity, pretend as if we now have to charge motherfuckers to see a video a few hours earlier. I just can't get behind that. Now I understand motherfuckers do that on Patreon, motherfuckers do shit like that for like early access and all that shit, but for a video, it's like, nah, bro, I'll wait a week. I'll wait a week, bro. Like, I'll wait that week. Can we do a poll on if we think he actually believes in what he's doing? Brother, I'm not doing a poll on a chat that is clearly against the motherfucker. Like, I'm not wasting my effort and time on confirming what I can already tell.
Package. It's just grift after grift after grift, and it gets to the point where his own fans are tired of his coffee shills. They're saying to not even buy coffee anymore until morale improves. There are so many things that he told his audience he would deliver on that I cannot sit here and read them all, so you guys will have to pause to read. It's just this constant crowdfunding and begging for money when he is a multi-millionaire, and him continuously not delivering on what he says. Jeremy's not above seemingly scamming charity for his grift either. He asked for his fans to pay for his trip with his co-host to AmFest, which he already paid for, but he continuously asked for more money to compensate for it. And he didn't need to go. It was a huge waste of money. He didn't end up doing any interviews. It just seemed like a waste of...
Nothing of substantial note came out of those interviews other than, fuck it, bro, I guess controversy because I'm trying to go and maybe fuck Melanie Mac. Are you playing Spider-Man to get ready for the Wolverine game that's never coming out? It would have been more of an issue if you would have said Grand Theft Auto, to be honest with you. If you would have said Grand Theft Auto not coming out, I'd have cried. I would have cried about that one.
Of time to spend, what was it, like $12,000 to $16,000 on this trip. His fans, after being disappointed time and time again, constantly sold things, having to pay to get discounts on things, they actually funded the trip. But there was a condition. One of the whales who funded him said, you have to donate the extra money to charity.
Jeremy, what happened to the Christmas cards or Toys for Tots Dono from AmFest, genuine question, no troll? There was a donation made, and there wasn't much left, to be honest.
But then when he's asked about his donation, he says that there wasn't much extra.
We had one person cover enough for the whole thing. Their only ask is that everything we raised above and beyond that, we would donate. There definitely wasn't as much left as I had hoped, but I made a separate donation.
Wait. So you ask people to fund a fucking pointless trip to hang out with other conservatives and dick around. And you're asking people to do that because your financial choices are fucking terrible, along with many other people, myself included. And you get one motherfucker who comes in and says, nah, bro, I'm gonna pay for all of it because, you know, I like your content. I like what you could do with it. It could be cool, could be fun, all that good shit. And they tell you, hey, bro, one thing though, donate the rest of this shit to charity. Donate whatever else you get to charity. And this motherfucker is just like, nah, bro, there's nothing left. Nah, there's not enough left. And honestly, it's another one of those, you wouldn't necessarily be able to prove it unless he showed you. So we're all just pissing in the wind and hoping that we can sense the smell. But it's like, it comes off like this motherfucker just took the money and ran. Like, and it wouldn't be like a bad thing to think that he did that just based off how he's talking and how he presents all this shit. It's presented like, oh yeah, I got bailed out and I got something extra. Fuck those kids. Leon, I just finished the new Invincible episode and I humbly apologize for saying Thrag beat the fraud allegations. But, I mean, fuck, it's okay to be wrong. Like, just accept your life for what it is. Don't ever try to challenge me in my efforts. You understand me? Never try to challenge what I tried to bring forth. I make sure that you all have the right information.
No Toys for Tots anyway.
What I did do, though, was purchase a bunch of cards to open on stream over the weekend. I bought a bunch of kids' cards, you know.
Oh, boy, everybody. I have about $10,000 in product to open up.
So just to be clear...
Okay, now we're coming into a different issue where this motherfucker might have fucking used those fucking generous fucking donations from other people to buy, I can't believe I'm about to say this, Pokemon cards in the year of our Lord 2026. What a time. What a time to be a fucking alive.
The whale donated all of the expenses for the trip, and he had made $6,000 approximately prior to that. But he, quote, doesn't have that much left over to donate to charity. It seems like those poor kids got scammed out of their toys so that Jeremy could buy his. Those Pokemon cards should be in the hands of some child. And if he did donate, how much was it? Only a few $100s? And even if he did overspend and spent even more money for some reason, because he loves to waste money, he proceeded to spend like $10,000 on Pokemon cards, which he regularly loses money on because somehow at a game where it doesn't require any skill, he still sucks at it. And Jeremy can say, no, that's not true. But if it's not true, then why not get financially audited when you're doing all these suspicious things, wasting your fans' money, especially when you live in a mansion and you're a multi-millionaire? And it seems like he's lying about his coffee grift as well. He told his audience that he makes everything in-house, it's his machinery, begged his audience for money for this.
There's a big difference between what I do and what most everyone else does. I don't drop ship my coffee. We roast our own special blends. We hand flavor our beans. We pack our orders. We ship our orders. We handle our customer service. We are not a dropship outlet. We're a real coffee company. I need to try and reach out and give you an understanding of why I could use some help. What is the solution? Well, it's to buy about $80,000 in equipment.
And then it turns out that it's seemingly a white label company that actually supports the SJW stuff that he says he doesn't like and is woke.
And for the past 3 years, I've provided coffee brand coffee.
And you know what? This accusation has been levied out several fucking times, to where at some point you should be able to just be like, bro, now I'm about to prove to you motherfuckers my coffee ain't fucking fake, it ain't drop ship, it ain't any of this shit. I'm gonna show you motherfuckers that I actually own this coffee. You could have been did that shit. But he hasn't, which has then led two people to say, fuck it, he's fucking drop shipped, which then it would lead to a conversation of, why in the fuck would you need $300,000? What did you go into debt with? If all of this is something else, if it was more to do about something else, how in the fuck would you need $300,000? And what did you buy? In that span of time, problems will arise because you do dumb shit like this that allows people to think you're fucking them, you're scamming them, you're abusing the generosity of money for the sake of getting a little coin.
And remaining completely apolitical, and that's literally why I called it that.
And the overlap of the staff, it's the same staff that's handling the generic coffee that handles Jeremy's coffee. He just gives them t-shirts and tells them to put it on so he can take the photo and say it's his own staff. And you may say, well, what's the big deal if it's white label? Well, the big deal is that he's lying to squeeze more money out of his fans because he claims, well, we paid for the machinery. I want you guys to pay for it. And this is our own staff. And it's just this whole thing to try to get more money out of his audience. There's so many inconsistencies, like Player One Coffee, which is ran by the CEO of Jeremy's sponsor Meta PCs, seems to be the one repackaging the coffee when Jeremy says, oh, it's mine, I make it in-house. And he admits that he doesn't roast his own coffee, so it's just this constant back and forth. Claims it's his staff, even though it doesn't seem like it is. It just seems like he made them put shirts on because it's the same staff if you cross-reference the photos. And then he mentions the place that's actually making the coffee while also pretending to not know what it is.
Does Mill Creek roast your coffee beans? Who's that?
Yeah, it's funny because the woman who runs the company is totally unaffected by it. She was she was laughing about it to me. Like, I was seeing the emails come in and they were hilarious. You did a little fulfillment work for a guy I don't like on the internet. You as a woman, you shouldn't do, like, that's how they read.
I get my coffee from over a dozen providers.
It is his staff, it isn't his staff. He doesn't know the coffee manufacturer, he does know it. I own the equipment, I don't own the equipment. It's this constant discrepancy. Successful business, but also can you guys pay for my mistakes and bail me out? We're almost out of business. He also admits that it's in Utah, which is where the actual manufacturer was that he mentions in the video.
These are my company, my employees located in Utah, in the United States, all salaried.
So it's like, which is it? Well, in my opinion, I think it's pretty clear that this is a white label thing and he's trying to cover it up to squeeze more money out of his audience. And then people who talk about it are getting flagged. And you know, if it actually was what he said, I wouldn't complain about the price, but it's crazy that it seems like he's just lying to his fans about it being a generic coffee and then claiming everything is his own when he just does what everyone else does, which is fine, but be honest about it.
There's a big difference between what I do and what most everyone else does.
Which, by the way, you guys should check out Reed Street Soap, artisan soap, beef tallow.
Self fucking promo? How dare you? Damn it, fucking trying to press 15 fucking things.
To feed it to you. Genuinely, he might be brain damaged from all that drinking. That might be why he can't even point to the Middle East on the map, despite him covering the politics surrounding Iran.
You know, the holding pattern was? So if we go...
He's zooming in to Southeast Asia. What is, he's in Indonesia and Australia, for fuck's sake! Jer! Look at Hannah's face! Bro, he's in South America! He's in South America!
Is it?
Now he's
No,
in
not here.
fucking North
Gotta zoom out more.
America! That's the Atlantic Ocean! That's the Atlantic Ocean! You're in the wrong fucking hemisphere, you mongoloid!
What is he looking for? What's the thing called?
I couldn't. He's looking for Iran. He doesn't. He's not even... Buddy, are you fucking retarded? Andy had a better idea. At least Andy knows where the Middle East fucking is.
I really try to stay out of the Jew stuff, or the Palestine stuff. I don't understand it all. And if you misspeak, like, it could ruin your career.
Yeah.
Or like, America first, America last, whatever happens over in Israel, you know, I don't really care.
He'll go back and forth on anything, even...
Wow. A generational take from the guy who wants everybody to stop talking about it so that we can focus on transgenders. You know what? I just want to prove to myself that I heard that dumbass shit in that video. I need to hear that shit again. I need to. My own brand of fucking punishment. I just have to know. I just have to know that I consumed that level of stupid.
We have some more breaking news that you probably won't see anywhere else, especially on the internet, just because, well, it's an inconvenient narrative that we used to talk about, but instead we're now talking about, instead of talking about the radical left, the internet is more concerned with talking about foreign countries and their particular control.
You understand how ass backwards this is? Like, how do you go from, oh, I don't know what's being said about anything. Oh, I just stay out of it, to dismissing people's concerns and how it affects them? Need I remind anybody, 13 U.S. soldiers are dead because of this shit. Great job, dumbass.
with politics like he did with Jack Posobiec, calling him out for sex parties, but then wanting to have him on the show.
So Jeremy Hambley started virtue signaling about how much better he is than Jack Posobiec and how he doesn't engage in the degeneracy at all of these conservative after parties and the horrible things that he's seen, okay? He says, the reason I do not attend IRL conservative events very often is because of what I saw from Jack Posobiec and his brother at one of the few IRL events I ever attended. It shattered the entire online persona I had come to respect, him, his brother, and a sex cult woman. Now, he's referring here to Miss Klein of the Nexium cult, who was making the rounds in the right-wing circles a number of years ago, trying to rally defenders for the Nexium cult, whose pedophile leader is currently serving 120 years in prison for convicted pedophilia and human trafficking. And Jack Posobiec was palling around with this woman, and Jer is calling it out. Okay, next tweet.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
He says, I watched Jack parade around a woman from a sex cult at the only...
Wait. Stop. You watched a motherfucker do something that you knew was bad and you just... Oh, no.
live event I was ever at. Maybe I'll tell that story. Now, mind you, this was years and years ago. He says he took down Jack Murphy, and that was the far more difficult...
Wait. Zoom back in. Behind the paper... Man... Hey, bro, if I can't monetize this shit, fuck the women. Fuck it. Hey, if you being abused, fuck it. I can't make a profit, bro. I'm like, hey, if you want to watch me talk about gossip that potentially could lead to a motherfucker being put in jail, hit the join button. Man, fuck out.
Maybe I'll tell that story. Now, mind you, this was years and years ago. He says he took down Jack Murphy, and that was the far more difficult Jack to reveal the truth about. Well, it turns out that Jeremy Hambley, despite what he's saying here about Jack Posobiec, just a few months ago, was inviting Jack Posobiec on for an interview with him at AmFest. He was begging Jack Posobiec for clout and to be a...
So this dude's a creep. He's a grifter. He's a scammer. And he is just willfully inconsistent for the sake of looking good on the internet. Fucking hell. Fucking hell.
Associated with him, knowing what he knew about Jack Posobiec. And it's actually going to get a lot worse after that.
Click through to our actual account and click follow. Because the reason it's really important you follow and you download the app this coming up week, because we are like packed to the gills with guests. We're going to have more and more guests.
Which, by the way, was a fucking super big lie.
It was a lie. All the guests that he promised actually were never interviewed. So he scammed that aspect of the AmFest fundraiser as well. You can go to our YouTube clip channel. You can go through the playlist. You can learn everything for yourselves.
It's all there.
I think I sent Hannah Claire like a half dozen last night. I know Myron wants to come on. Jack Posobiec.
Listen to
we're going to have...
After what he said about Jack Posobiec that he knew for years, he still wanted to interact with Jack Posobiec and engage with him.
And
I wonder why.
Because he was mad about Jack not showing up at AmFest.
Exactly. The only reason he made these comments about the sex cult is because he was upset that Jack stiffed him and didn't show up at AmFest. But it gets worse. Let's go to the next video. It gets a lot worse for Jer, because the exact woman that he was upset that Jack Posobiec was associating with at a conservative event, Jeremy Hambley invited that same woman into his home. This was...
I don't even want to hear him say it. Because the thing that aggravates me the most about wanting to perform as much is that you have to understand that you have to remain consistent in that performance. If you slip up once, scrutinize. You fucking do a different routine, scrutinize. You change the fucking choreography, scrutinize. This motherfucker in public will try to make himself to be the most devout, I've never done anything wrong individual on the planet, but he's just as depraved, just as scummy, just as fucking evil as motherfuckers he makes videos about. And it's fucked to say, but eventually this fucking tower is gonna fall over. And when it does, he's gonna try to make sure that a lot of people don't know the reason why. And I think this is a glaring fucking example. Hold on. Let me read this. Hey guys, I know this week's been pretty insane. The internet is doing what it does. Yeah, he's not telling him. He's not telling him what's led up to this. I think he even told a bunch of people that somebody showed up to his house, showed no proof. Apparently there's some lie going around about an F-150. This motherfucker is going to try really hard to convince whoever's left that everything that's happening is somebody else's fault. It's not his. He's not the reason. He's not to be held to any standard. Everyone's making fun of him. Everyone's bullying the poor fat fuck. And honestly, if you're dumb enough to believe it, you're lost. Somebody's going to believe it. Somebody's going to believe that it's nothing but the tyrannical wokies coming after a poor savant whose cardinal sin is, I just wanted to be out and about with my opinions, and people are going to buy that. But hopefully the algorithm strengthens the belief and videos pointed at the quartering being inconsistent, being scummy, and overall just being somebody you shouldn't have too much fucking faith in. Bro's retard maxing to the fullest extent. But I'm done. I've had enough. I have to get ready for the arrival of my pork shoulder. I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do with that. But in the meantime, gentlemen, ladies, coon, I bid you all very sexy adieu. Maybe I'll be here tomorrow. No, it's not a barbecued pork shoulder. I am getting, however, smoked pulled chicken. But on that note, get out, go away, get the fuck. Get out. Run. Flee. Flicker. Go masturbate. Go fucking play Pragmata. Speaking of, should I no. I feel like I'm not interested enough to buy the fucking game. Goodbye.